I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here been the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Sumo Rax.
Hello.
Young Chris, the Canadian. Nick. I'm supposed to do the colorblind. I apologize. Nick the Micro. Caleb the colorblind. And Caleb came through.
Let's go.
Yeah, delivered the pizza. Brought the za.
Yep. I was telling you guys that was a big dark cloud that was hanging over me for a long time. I knew I had to deliver, and yeah, we're back. I kind of did it. Football's back. That's kind of why.
Yeah.
Got to get the vibes up before football season.
That was the supposed to be the theme of the thumbnail. Old Ryan Lentz, like something Christmas Eve. He didn't.
Tell him?
Yeah, he was like, "How do I do Christmas Eve?"
Wait, you told him Christmas?
Yeah,
Why tell him football's like a holiday?
football is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today's the day before football,
Huh?
so it'd be the eve.
Football.
And so he didn't really know how to depict Christmas Eve in the thumbnail. So I told him to put
This works.
me on Cindy Lou Who and you on the Grinch when he breaks into the house and
I
he's like
would've
stealing
loved to be
stuff.
the Grinch.
But he didn't put the Grinch. So
Yeah, put another brown thing up there. I'm feeling the type of way.
what?
You just put a dog up there. A brown dog. Is he trying to say something?
Yeah, I don't know. That is true.
Yeah, what's up, Lince? And you weren't in today either.
He was here.
Well, I mean, when I came in,
Well, yeah, you
he was gone.
get here 2 minutes before the show starts.
I'm honestly, past 2 days, I've been here like 4:20, 4:30. I'm just back there chilling with the boys.
Chilling in the back.
Today, I actually pulled up at 4:30. I'm not going to lie to you. I did a sleeper mock draft. But I woke up at like 4:30. When I wake up, I just can't go back to
That
sleep.
sounds
I might, but it'll have to be like later in the day. If I got shit to do, it's a wrap at that point.
Spenny, you said it yesterday in the group chat. Okay, you see what Sleeper could do, mock drafts and
Yeah.
everything. Why are we using ESPN?
Yeah.
ESPN just, it's user friendly at this point because it's been like
Sleeper's
it's like
user
the
friendly.
face.
Sleeper's
the-
way
yeah,
more
I don't think
friendly.
Sleeper's that user friendly, to be honest with you.
It is.
It's really not.
I don't know if anybody else in this room like has to delete a bunch of text messages and pictures all the time to have like storage on their phone, but like
No, I'm not.
I'm worried about downloading. I'm
No,
worried
man,
about
I'm not-
downloading
I'm not
apps
poor.
personally.
Nick, I got you after the show. We'll fix it up for you, bud.
Let's start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
How much is that, anyways, to get
To get a new phone?
To upgrade
No,
your iCloud
it's
storage.
It's like $2 a month.
No, your phone storage is
Yeah.
fine. Your iCloud storage, you could fix your iCloud storage, you still need a new phone.
No, that's not true.
It is absolutely true. I used to work at AT&T.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
as somebody
what-
that uses AT&T, I bought the
used to
phone storage
manage
and I was good.
No, you're good on like your stuff in your cloud, but your actual phone storage, like that's where your apps go. Like
Right.
you can download your app history from your iCloud, but your actual apps is stored to your phone, and your phone storage limited, especially on iPhone, because you have to buy it. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's 528 or 526, 128, and they all double up, 256, and then 5 something.
I deleted all
Works
my
for me.
texts the other day to download the new update.
Damn, all our friendship gone.
So you've been through it.
Yeah, I got you.
You got to delete shit.
I got you.
It sucks.
Yeah, I did like mock draft from like every, for some reason, bro. This is a league I fell in love with, by the way. The one that everyone got mad, I got the high points, whatever, and didn't buy in right away. Like we don't know where we're picking yet. So I've just been going mock draft from like each spot. I was just awake for no reason.
This year's definitely interesting.
It is very interesting. To
Yeah.
be honest with you. Also, Caleb, you brought the pizza, but I think it was only because Spinny blackmailed you for your charger
Oh
back.
my god.
Did you give him his charger back?
I did.
Yes.
He brought.
No, that's not true. I did it for the boys.
He brought a
Uh-huh.
sub too. The sub was good.
Damn.
Oh, you already had it.
I had a piece of it. Yeah.
Shout out.
No blackmail was involved.
You didn't eat it? It was back there. You said you were back there for 20 minutes. You didn't
Nick
eat
and I are
it?
gonna eat after the show.
The sub?
You put it in the fridge. Is that gonna move or no?
I did put the
Yeah,
sub
I mean,
in the
yeah,
fridge.
it's good idea.
You don't want something like that staying out for like 3-4
Well, no, I
hours.
just didn't know if somebody eat
You
then
mean-
if it's like
you never been to
warmer.
a Super Bowl party?
He's drunk at that point. He's sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give him,
I feel like
give
it
him a
gets
break.
eaten at that point. You don't want like hot cold cuts, like warm cold cuts.
Room temperature cold cut?
Well, I just didn't know if it was
Room
like
cuts?
a cold cut or like sometimes you put them in the oven, like Fake him a little bit.
Big
Yeah, that's like
And
you
mom's
get,
got the fed.
Mom's got a dumper out there,
I ain't
dude.
gonna lie, I don't want to get
Some childbirth hips from mom.
too early in the show, but I discovered some things last night. Some human. A human. Is your mic off?
Yeah.
What's her name?
It's got placed.
Wait, you want me to do it right here? Right now?
I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm ashamed.
I'm ashamed. It's hilarious.
I mean, you guys.
Everything's gonna be
Shit, Nick.
fine.
What are you
No,
ashamed
no.
of?
Jada Stevens.
Pro all
Anyone
day.
familiar?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
No.
Is she
Bro,
like?
go.
Is she
You'd
on,
love her.
I'd love her.
You would love her.
I'll
She
check her
on
out
Twitter?
tonight. I'll do some film.
Yeah, you type her name on Twitter.
I'll do some film review tonight.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
back to you.
Scotty
Yeah.
reports.
Yeah.
Breakdowns.
Detroit Lions fined $200,000. The New York Giants as well.
Yes,
Both fined
teams.
$200,000 for the kerfuffles, the scuffles, the fights, if you will, which I think is bullshit. To be honest, I mean I don't care. I don't think it
rip to
affects
the
the
first
cap or
segment.
anything like that. Huh?
It's a rip to the first segment.
Oh, you have it on the first, unless I put it there.
You put it there.
Oh, well, why would you leave it?
What?
Why would you leave it?
That's
I
just
didn't put it
gaslighting.
Yeah, what do you mean? I already had it on the
That's not gaslighting. If you're gonna put it as a main subject, then take it out of the.
because it wasn't
the
there
one
when I
first
put
one's
it
there.
as a main subject.
Mic drop.
I don't know about
I
that.
win. You lose.
Shout
That is
out.
gaslight.
That is gaslighting.
No, it's not gaslighting. I said I don't know about that. I don't know. You're a gaslighter too, by the way, pal. I can't. I fucking tore my fucking
Look at
rotator
this. Look how he's
cuff.
talking to you.
I
You
know.
know
I
I'm
come in.
talking
I
like
come
that.
in yesterday. Spinny's like, he's faking it.
He's gaslighting me about gaslighting.
You see this fucking guy. You're a piece. You're a piece of work.
The ultimate
Ultimate
gaslighting.
gaslighting.
And you got your little cosigner in there too.
It's crazy.
Hey, can you like my podcast? Fuck you, Chris.
He's doing it. He's just making us
Look at
wrong.
that.
Have you
Ever
ever
been
been
gaslight?
people hurt
He gaslights
people.
you about bringing in the pizza, saying it's not a genuine act.
Hurt
Gaslights
people,
Nick
hurt
about his phone storage.
Here's
Gaslights
the
Chris
thing.
about backing me.
You're gaslighting me right now.
He's making his rounds.
That's crazy. You're gaslighting me about gaslighting. And,
He's-
and here's the thing about gaslighting. I'll
That's
be honest
literally
about
what
it too.
you always do.
Yeah, see, that's gaslighting right there.
100%.
When people try to like make that gaslighting when you're bringing up actual facts, fuck you. Like if I'm bringing up actual things that like you did blackmail him yesterday in the group text. You said you want your charger back.
yes, but I think you
bring
I
pizza.
think you co-signed the blackmail.
He did.
I did co-sign the blackmail, and I brought back the charger. You brought a pizza. So
Yeah.
those are two factual statements, right? We blackmailed you for your charger or
Are-
pੀza, and you
Is
came
it-
in with the pizza.
This is what it is.
That's not what it is.
Yeah,
These
no-
are two facts. This is why I hate the fuck with gaslighting. What are you doing? Two facts.
He's doing it right
Yeah.
now.
Dude.
It's
Don't
crazy.
fall
This
for
guy
it.
gaslighting me about gaslighting.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah, I'm in a tough spot right now.
It's all right.
No, I'm just.
We've
making-
all dealt with. You just smile and nod through it, and then eventually we'll get to something else.
Get the fuck out of here. This guy, world's biggest gaslighter. Flash hole. Ooh.
Shout out Flannel, fellas.
Shout out Flannel.
He
Yes.
made it.
Oh, man.
Scary moment
Actually
for
worked.
one of the boys.
Yeah, Flannel died this morning.
But he memed it up real quick.
He definitely memed it up. Because I walked back there. Because Woo Crew, love you guys. Don't watch you for a second. I like to sleep. So I get in, and Flannel's in the back like normal when I get here. And so I dap him up. I sit down, and I see JB sent a clip in the chat, and I'm watching it, and I'm seeing it happening, looking at Flannel sitting there. I was like, oh, are you all right, man? He was like, yeah, I'm fine. It's the dude eats like a child. Like, he eats honey buns and he's birthday cake pies. Like, that's all he eats for lunch.
Are we allowed to play that?
Yeah, we can play it. It happened on air. What do you mean?
Is it
And-
distasteful
and-
for us to do?
I think it would
I
be.
don't know. I think
I say no.
I think we played a lot worse from Flannel.
Dude, the
What is-
ketchup boarding
what is
was
worse
ketchup,
than him?
The ketchup boarding was bad.
That's worse than him passing out.
No,
Yeah.
the passing out.
You guys are acting like he fucking died or something. Dude passed out. It happens all the time.
He needs to go to a doctor.
He had low blood sugar. I told him eat some fruit, a
That's
bowl of oatmeal
gaslighting.
in the morning. You'll be fine.
You're not even doctor. Yeah, you got low blood sugar.
It happens.
You'll be
happened
fine.
to Lucas. He
Go to
did
the
have to go to the doctor though.
Yeah, and it wasn't low blood sugar either. His shit was like not pumping or something.
No, Flannel's low blood sugar. He's
Yeah, that's gaslighting.
he'll be
Flannel, if you're listening, go to a
Flannel,
doctor, please,
Flannel, you'll
brother.
be fine.
Find out what's going
Don't
on.
go to the doctor. You're gonna
Go to
pay
the
a bunch of
doctor and
money,
get an answer.
and they're gonna say, "Oh, your blood pressure spiked. Eat more food."
Go to a doctor.
Would you rather hear from a doctor or your pal Spenny?
From a doctor for sure.
That's-
At least reach out to your brothers or something. You should actually, you know what? Can you group text that to your brothers? Just get.
My brothers are gonna say, "Hey, his blood." It happens with my dad.
Yeah, but your dad's like 7.
Yeah, Flannel eats like he's a 6-year-old though, so he doesn't get enough nutrition.
You should group text your brothers and get a.
Nah,
I'm just curious.
they're not that kind of doctor.
They know more than you. No disrespect.
What?
They know more than you. No disrespect.
What?
They know more than you. No disrespect.
Not really. They don't study medical. They're not medical doctors.
What kind of doctor are they?
One's radiologist. The other, well, I guess he's
That's
a
a medical
epidemiologist.
doctor.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But they don't
What's the other one?
deal with blood pressure shit.
I'm sure they learn about it along the way. What's the other one do?
He's a doctor and he's got a doctorate in like biology.
But not in medicine?
No.
What does he do?
I don't know. I think he's a lab technician or something.
You don't know what he does at all?
No.
Chris, what are you pointing? What's going on with it?
It's just your mic doesn't really pick up unless it's really close.
He's just
You
trying
gotta
to
pull
gaslight
it.
him.
You gotta pull it in front of you a little more.
That's crazy. I'm right. That's wild.
Well,
I can't hear
you.
It
now.
used to be that one, I remember, because when Caleb was up there. Pretty sure Spain just changed it.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all.
What?
Anyway.
Shout out Flannel. Glad he's okay.
Yeah.
I've been in the situation a couple times. It's
Guy's
scary
acting
as
like
hell.
the guy died, bro. He had a little faint spell.
Dude, it's
little dizzy
fucking-
spell.
The video's in there,
He'll be
Chris.
Fine.
He had a little.
Yeah. I play the video.
Alright,
Let me know when you got it. I got a preference to what the video actually means. Flannel's fine. You'll be fine. Rub some dirt on it, kid. You know, we've all been there. I mean, I personally haven't, but I'm sure some people have.
See a doctor, Flannel.
No,
I got the
Lucas
video.
has.
I think it's
all
a
right,
good
so
because he's lying.
this is what happens when you bust and she keeps sucking.
This for you guys right here. Sometimes you just need to learn to let go. Let go.
Let go.
Let go.
Yeah, you let go.
Why are you still
Come
holding it?
on.
Let go.
Oh!
Did he crack his shit?
Look at Flannel, dog!
Oh,
Flannel, you okay?
Flannel!
oh my God. Okay, he didn't hit it all the way, but damn, that's scary,
Flannel.
man. He could have put his eye out. Flannel, it's okay to come out and say, shit.
Oh shit.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
All right, why are you yelling, man? Jesus.
So you guys can hear over it.
Yeah,
You were screaming. Like,
Mike's about hot, yeah, they're still hot right now. All right, drill sergeant. Like,
Thank
No,
God he's okay.
that
That
was
was
fine.
bad. That
Yeah.
was bad.
no,
be
for
fine.
sure.
I don't like
they'll
watching
shake
that
it off,
video.
rub a little dirt on it.
Go
To
see
be
a
fair,
fucking doctor.
to everybody in the chat, I ran that joke by Flannel before we did it on the air.
No, he didn't.
He thought it was.
He just sent it
I
in the
did
group
it.
chat.
Yeah, and he said, "LOL, it was funny."
You didn't run it by him. You just sent it.
In the group chat, and I ran it by Flannel. So
That's not running it by him. You already
telling
sent it.
him the joke is not running it by him.
No, running
You
it
are
by him.
gaslighting right
Running
now.
it by him is, hey, is this okay if I do this?
You're
That's running
gaslighting
it by
right now.
someone.
When will the
I
gaslighting
know,
stop?
dude. This guy is just a monster. He literally can't speak without gaslighting.
That's your gaslighting me, because running it by someone is asking him, hey, is it okay if I
Dude,
make this
guy's,
joke?
This guy's a monster.
I'm laughing because it's unbelievable how much
I
he's
know,
gaslighting.
it really is. No,
Yeah,
but
that's
Flannel
not
thought
right.
it was funny. So
I don't think it's like, it's okay if you make fun of me.
he laughed at it. I talked to him today. He was fine. Easy didn't even say anything to the guy. He hasn't
I
texted
did.
him. He hasn't said well wishes.
Oh, talking about
He actually
gaslighting.
texted him and said, I hate you. And I
Come
hope
on,
you pass out
gaslighting.
again. No, Flannel's fine. He's going to be okay.
Yeah, I texted him on the side.
Yeah,
I
so did
texted him, go to a fucking doctor.
Soft.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to send it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I still sent I still sent the you good.
Yeah,
And everything like that. Oh, the gaslighting.
sure.
Oh, the gaslighting.
Sure he
Sent the you good.
Just
Sound
check
good,
it
brother.
out.
Prayers
He's a
up.
fast
Yeah,
typer.
oh, yeah. I really told him, go to the
Prayers
doctor.
up. You going to the
See, I
hospital?
never
Question
said
mark.
it.
And then I just never said to your
Yeah.
guy. I said you're a grown man, make your own decisions, but I feel like you should figure that out before you're driving or something and it happens.
Flannel.
Don't listen to this fucking guy.
Just eat some oatmeal in the morning, buddy.
It's kind of crazy. We've had 3 fairly in shape people.
Who's the third?
Adam, Lucas,
Oh, yeah.
now Flannel. And here's our fat asses just fucking going
Chugging
strong.
along.
Yeah, we're just fucking plugging through it. Yeah, all right, that was not cool. That was distasteful. That was fucked up.
Nick almost passed out. You remember that?
No. What was that?
I was shaky as hell before that Cowboys game.
Yeah.
While it was going down in the
You had
fourth
to, like,
quarter.
sit down and
Sit
drink some
down,
water?
get some like fluids, water, eat something, and then we threw on one of the craziest post game shows ever, and didn't fucking flinch, so we were good.
Oh, you know, I watched that one from home.
Yeah.
I can hear it. This is weird though.
It's fine now.
It doesn't pick up when you gaslight, so it's like every third word just gets cut off.
Just as a guy, so I didn't text Flannel Sam.
You just said you didn't. And didn't say it. But
I said I did.
No, yeah, it's I think Flannel will be fine. He's just got to eat a little bit. He said it was probably because he's been traveling a lot. You know, he went to Nashville and then he went from Nashville to Chicago and then back here. Mr. Worldwide.
Josh being in the Woodward Sports Chat says I thought it was because Neil was back.
Yeah. Yeah, they were saying that it was the last it was the final Michigan sanction got to him. No.
What's funny too, because they were playing a video that like would make you
Yeah, it was literally a guy got
pass
hit in
out.
the
Yeah.
head,
What's in no context too, because the one you see, you can't see the video. It's just like Flannel passing out, and it's like KG's like in the background like cheering him on, like go out, it's like wild.
Yeah, it's
a lot going on there, but Flannel's okay for the moment. You go to the hospital, bro.
That was like a
Find out
mini
what's
stroke.
wrong.
It was not a mini stroke. Like, yeah. I love all the physicians. There was not a mini stroke.
Shout out to physicians.
He
in the chat.
literally he fainted. Like, people faint. It happened. It wasn't a mini stroke. He didn't have a heart attack. He didn't die. He was fine. He was sitting back there like normal. I dapped him up. Like I said, I didn't even see the show. I went back there, dapped him up, saw Flannel, sat down. Just like any other day. Business as usual. And then I saw the video. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, are you all right, man? He's like,
Can
yeah.
I make a $50 bet with you?
What, that it happens again?
No. What's wrong with you? No. What is wrong with you?
What are you betting on?
You literally mocked him passing out too. You're a piece of shit.
What do you bet? He knows I love
Unprompted. Did you just play that for Dr. Pierce? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, okay.
Is his reaction? Just because when we tell him beforehand, he doesn't do it.
He won't be here till next week, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do any.
Wow.
Yeah, have Pete do it.
Yeah. And a lot of them, too, like, he knows this is coming. Just play this. He gets his reaction. Here's to hear what the doc says. He needs, whatever. We got to go to break. Smash the like button. Be a friend, tell a friend.
Remember, he has a wife. He gets laid all the time. He's fine.
We're glad Flannel Sam's all right for the time being. But I got to tell you guys about Mark White. Mark White gonna do you right. Save you up to $5,000 of closing costs of your new home. If you contact them today with 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesales.com. That's 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesales.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insight with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944. MPWMU says it's classic symptoms of monkeypox. Maybe he's got monkeypox.
I don't know what to do with you at this point. You literally just mocked Flannel Sam.
He's fine. It's funny when he's fine. You can make fun of him. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. That was wild. Smash the like button. Be your friend, tell a friend. Share the stream. I'm Easy. I spin more Rax. Young Chris, Nicholas Cole off the microwave. Caleb the colorblind. The bringer of pizza. Detroit Lions fine. $200,000 spinning. I know you want to make a segment of it.
Well, we already talked about it. I mean, yeah, they made NFL made money off of it, more than one, because they're definitely getting all of that on Hard Knocks. And
No Hard Knocks with them.
I thought weren't the Giants on Hard Knocks?
It was like
It's
a
the
GM.
Bears now.
Yeah, it's the Bears.
Oh.
That was like
Off-season.
off-season Hard Knocks. Yeah, the draft and free agency.
Whack.
The first of its kind. It actually was really good.
Whack. Nobody cares about
Bears last night.
Nah, it was fire. I loved it actually.
whack.
I'm into that stuff, though.
Yeah, I mean they got fined. This is something that the NFL said they don't want to happen. It's a bad look. They don't want a league full of thugs. And who the fuck cares? They're gonna fight. Obviously, it went a little overboard. There are too many fights, but that should be for the coaches to handle, not the NFL finding the team.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I'm the coaches at this point, like I'm probably making the players pay this fine. No, like, yeah, I feel like that's something you get fined for regardless. Fighting at practice, you get fined for being late. Like when I went to the little walkthrough, they had a little, like a Reese's thing, like $100 bill. They're rich as fuck, by the way. But it's just money's in there. I'm assuming it's for guys who are late to meetings or something like that. Like you get fined for other stuff. Why can't you get fined for fighting?
I think knowing the owners of this team and how and the coach and obviously Brad Holmes, it seems like they're like big players, coaches, to be honest. So I don't think that they would ask these players to pay for that. I think that maybe it would come from up top, like maybe the owner or something, considering the amount of money that they actually make.
Yeah, but Dan Campbell did say like he's kind of tired of that shit. Like it's a waste of time before, Kirby got in the fight with Neighbors. But I mean, the NFL has to realize this is the first time these guys are hitting for months, and these are grown-ass men going full speed at each other. They're going to fight each other.
Well, it happens every single year.
Maybe not like 15 times to the extent it happened between the Lions and the Giants, but it's going to happen. Like, people are going to throw punt. Like, it's football. It might not happen in-game because there'll be flags and they'll be penalized for it, and it puts your team in a bad spot. But in practice, they don't care. They're going after each other.
Well, in-game, you get fined, for sure.
Yeah.
By the league, you know? That's the thing, too. People making a big deal of it. Like, are you concerned about this for Lions or anything like that? Like, no. It rarely ever happens in the actual games. Maybe like once a year, and it's sporadic. Actually, multiple times I feel like it's dealt with Chauncey Carter-Johnson with the Bears, and I think there's another situation. Oh, no, that was in practice with Michael Thomas. Swung on him for just talking shit. But it's kind of weak by the NFL, but I guess I get it. Maybe it's for set a precedent moving forward for their teams, maybe doing joint practice for the rest of the offseason.
All those fines and stuff, doesn't that go to like charity?
Yeah.
Like when the NFL fines a player or somebody or something like that, it goes to charity. Oh, man, maybe send that to like Golden Gloves or something. I don't know.
Golden Gloves.
Kirby running fades for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they expect. And we talked about it yesterday. The Lions are going to be seeing a lot of this, so you would like to see more discipline from them because this is part of the hunter versus hunted aspect. Like, teams are going to be chirping at you. Teams are going to be talking shit and playing dirty and hitting dirty and doing stuff like that to get under your feathers because they're at the bottom of the NFC. Like, the Giants are at the bottom of the NFC. They're a cesspool team right now. And the Lions are at the top of the NFC. So those shitty players on that shitty Giants team are going to do everything they can to get under the feathers of the great players on the great Lions team. That's what happens.
And I know it's not
got to be above that.
It's not going to be a popular thing to say amongst Lions fans, but kind of hats off to the Giants for just not getting bullied at home. Like, they're in their place. They're in front of their fans. Like, that's just like a switch. That's something like we would have loved to see out of our team back in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're getting your shit kicked in or, set the tone. That's just what you're supposed to do, like, really just kind of in life. Don't let people bully you. It's a step towards, I think, being a better team. The Giants might surprise people this year. I mean, I don't know.
Hell no.
I don't know about the playoffs or anything like that, but I definitely think they'll win more than. What were your projection before the season?
I was third in the division.
Like win-wise?
7, maybe 8. That's not surprising anyone if they're not in the playoffs, right?
I don't know. But I hate to be a hater here, but with Daniel Jones, you're not winning shit. I mean, he's just not. I don't.
Well, they already went to the playoffs and won with them.
You could beat the Vikings.
And
they made the playoffs.
And Saquon.
No.
But
that defensive line is fucking
that was before his contract, though.
That was before his contract.
What does that mean?
Let him cook.
It means they have less money, so they can't keep guys like Saquon Barkley.
It's a 12% rule, Easy. There's only 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, we're talking about Super Bowls, but I'm talking about just making the playoffs.
Yes, Chris. That's like that. But no, I mean that is a different team. The defensive line is much better. I think they have one of, if not the best defensive lines in the NFL, so that's going to help them a lot as well. But losing Saquon and just letting him go for nothing was the dumbest thing they could have done.
They actually got a really tough schedule.
And they lost the best player in their secondary in McKinney to Green Bay, which sucks.
But gained an elite pass rusher in Brian Burns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by all accounts, too, like, just from
Javon's still
Justin
alive.
Rogers, I should say. And I guess by all accounts, you saw it in New York media, but the one video we did see was Taylor Decker winning that rep against Brian Burns. But the previous two before that was Brian Burns getting on Taylor Decker.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen that before.
What?
We know Brian Burns is a damn good player in this league.
I was talking to Colt Pouncey, too, and he said Kayvon looked good.
Yeah.
Thibodeau. I think, I don't know, man. I'll say 9. 9 wins.
9 wins for the Giants? Yeah. That's nothing crazy. Not
Maybe-
making the playoffs again.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, let me just
9.
take that back. I forgot. Their schedule's actually fucking tough.
Who do they got outside of the
So outside of the division, they got the Ravens. They got the Buccaneers. They got the Bengals. Seahawks they could beat. And they got the Browns. The Vikings really the only like weak team on their schedule outside of the Commanders they see twice.
You said
Don't forget to see the Eagles and the
see the Eagles twice, see the Cowboys twice.
yeah.
You said the
Saints.
Vikings are weak.
Vikings are weak, yes.
Big Sam Darnold guy yesterday.
I was not a big Sam Darnold guy. I was a big Nick. Hey, your
I'm
boy's
just
not
kidding.
starting like you said.
Yeah, if the Vikings are weak and JJ's
gaslighting.
still third string.
Maybe he's in.
We out here gaslighting.
That is true. You do love Sam Darnold.
Rule number 1 of gaslighting: don't say you're
You know,
gaslighting.
you know how much of a gaslighter Spencer is? There's a faction of fucking weirdos out there
Can't
that
even say my name right.
think that I believe Desmond Ritter was a threat to the league.
You were scared of Desmond Ritter.
Like that was
Shaking in the
fucking.
boots, I
That's
think.
that was
Maybe
the
not
most
to the
annoying
league,
shit.
but you definitely thought he was a threat to the Lions.
He was the biggest threat in that game, and it actually was true. He performed better than their running backs. The running backs combined had 45 yards. Tyler Algier
So what am I
and
missing
Bijan
here?
Robinson.
So what am I missing here?
You
Spencer
made
is
it
free
seem
on all
more
counts
than
of
that.
gaslighting
Yes.
charges.
You gaslit it like it was.
So
Like,
it sounds like I'm producing factual statements. If you produce factual statements, those can't be gaslighting.
no, because you gaslight like the rest of the league.
Fellas, I got a question here. No gaslighting.
No pile of light.
Yeah, no. It is lit. Lions and Giants obviously both fined 200,000. It's the social media era. Everyone's seen the videos. Everyone's seen the fights. If it wasn't on video and this happened behind closed doors, do you guys still think that they would be fined 200K?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
Absolutely not.
controversy.
This thing got over 2 million impressions. You got like 200,000
Yeah.
on your own.
Trav got like
Trav-
half a million.
Trav is
Three
like
quarters of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like I don't even know, like 400,000. Like the impressions on it on top of the original tweet. Yeah, then that's a bad look, and it just sets a precedent. Like the NFL's like, hey, this can't happen again. It's a bad look on us, and they obviously don't want guys worth millions of dollars getting hurt. And
Well,
ruining the
also,
product.
like, how realistic is that scenario? Like,
It's very realistic.
it happening behind closed doors? What, are they
Isaiah
just going to
Stewart,
meet
oh,
up?
what's his
yeah,
name
they're
behind
just going to
closed
meet up in the
doors?
locker room
Nick's
and
just saying
fight
with, no, Nick's not saying that. Nick's just saying without the cameras and shit like that.
That's what he said. I mean, where are they going to just brawl like that without cameras?
I'm saying
What are
like
you
10
talking
years
about? He's
ago.
talking about it still happening, but no cameras there.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like
Like
you're
10
talking about
years
meeting
ago.
up. You just said it.
I just said, where are they going to fight like that where there wouldn't be cameras available?
Saying 10 years ago, like before the social media era, do you guys think
in the
that
very
this
same setting,
thing,
without cameras.
if this thing goes down, do you still think that they get charged the 200K?
No, 10 years ago, the NFL wasn't soft. Now they're soft.
You guys completely disregard the question because you literally said without social media, and then you go, my impressions.
No, he's talking about social media. Impressions are part of social media.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
whole
but he's
point.
talking without social media.
That's what I said. I'm saying they got fined. Yes, no, they wouldn't have. With the social media, yes, because they got millions of fucking views.
This is a
And then
this show's a
Spencer's
mess.
talking like, where are they going to meet up at? That's,
Yeah, I thought he meant like if just nobody recorded it, but like somebody's gonna record it. But yeah, I mean, if this happened 10 years ago, nobody would. Say, it probably happened all the time 10 years ago. But I don't think they did joint practices 10 years ago.
They did.
Did they?
Because you got a team coming to town anyway for the game.
Didn't I thought joint practices? Like,
No,
We're
joint
new.
practice has been a thing forever. I used to be in the other Lions didn't do joint practices.
No, because the example I think of, remember when D-Hop broke
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
D'Angelo Hall, I think his ankles in
ended his
practice.
career.
Yeah. That clip's nasty.
Wasn't it Aaron Donald versus
I fear
somebody
God.
as well?
Yeah, I fear God, homie.
Yeah, I fear God, homie. That shit was legendary.
I kind of remember Aaron Donald lighting somebody up with his helmet in a practice.
I think that was just his teammates. I remember Aaron Donald standing there with 2 helmets like Jon Snow at the Battle of the Bastards with an entire team fighting in front of him. I think that was just his own teammates.
And do you remember Brian? It was either Brian Cushing or J.J. Watt and Alfred Blue. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
clip?
yeah.
They just kept going after him, pass blocking. Alfred Blue was like, I can't do this
Brian
anymore.
Cushing.
I need
yeah.
to stop. This needs to stop.
He was like, what's wrong with Cush? Man, it's crazy. Brian Cushing was definitely a roided up lunatic.
Yeah, scary guy.
Yeah.
Easy comprehensive skills asked. I answered the question as directly. Nick asked if it was about the fucking cameras and social media. Chris's comprehension skills are ass.
Chris,
That
comments.
seems like gaslighting.
Yes, he wasn't even the one who said that. Why don't you go with Drago?
Chris is the one that changed the narrative on it all.
That was true. But tell us about the morning show.
Every single morning when you wake up, make sure you wake up
You
with
wanna see flannel
Woodward.
Sam.
Stop it. Not a fucking chance. Monday through Friday, 8 to 10
Yeah,
a.m.
man,
live
you
on
say
Woodward
painting,
Sports.
man.
Join Kool-Aid. Thank God Flannel Sam's okay.
Come on,
Happy birthday, Kool-Aid!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Kool-Aid.
birthday,
Happy
Kool-Aid.
birthday, Kool-Aid!
That
Shout
was,
out.
that was
It's the best
Flannel's
morning show.
birthday present for him. He finally shut him up.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had to spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been proven to Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
You know what's kind of funny? Is every time our social media team does something like controversial, I have like certain beat reporters or like people in other outlets like send this to me like, how could they do this? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, oh, it's these people will send that. I'm like, they definitely don't watch our show.
No,
because we say like the crazy shit. Like you just mocked Flannel Sam. Yeah, painting. I don't know. That just made me think about that. What up? Welcome back to Red Voice Live.
I should have known.
I should have known. Should have known what?
I don't know.
That was on me. Go ahead.
Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. The Detroit Lions, I don't know if you saw it, yesterday's joint practice, the reports on Jake Bates. Continue to miss a couple of kicks from like 50 yards. I think another one from, there's 2 from 50. I think the other one was from like 46 or something like that. But the inconsistencies continue with this guy. We lost Michael Badgley. He's not dead, but he's out for the season. But they lost Michael Badgley on the season.
The snake got him.
Like 2 weeks ago. But they have yet to bring in somebody to compete against Jake Bates. This team's all about competing. Is this Jake Bates? Like, is this just his job? Like, what's going on?
Sounds like they're just rolling with Master Bates right now. I mean, you're going to bring in Riley Patterson. I saw he got cut by the Jaguars. We can run that old record again.
He got signed already.
Did he? By who?
Let me find out who.
But, yeah, I mean, you would like to see them bring in somebody to compete with him because you don't want a UFL kicker just getting complacent and being like, all right, it's my job. Cool. But it looks like that's what it is right now. Looks like it's Jake Bates' job.
The Commanders claim Riley Patterson.
He really doesn't have any competition to fight with. Maz is pissed. He's in Jersey right now. Like, God damn it. One kicker?
I'm confused, too, because I remember listening to Dave Phipps' press conference, and he was like, he was bragging on Brad Holmes and their pro scouting team's ability to bring in guys that are just like, I guess, ready to go. We talked about like 6 kickers they were ready to bring in to compete, but they haven't brought in anyone since. I guess I don't know. I'm just confused. By the way, I don't know if I necessarily have a problem with it either. I still like somebody there to compete, put up against him, but like his kicking percentage was the same as Michael Badgley's in the USFL. Like maybe they're waiting to see what it's like in the preseason. I mean, I don't know.
They already signed him to a 2-year deal, which I think is big for Jake Bates and for him not to be a cut candidate here if he is struggling. But I'm not freaking out until I see it in an actual preseason game with fans in the stadium, an actual defensive line trying to get it to him. And yeah, I'm not freaking out until then. If he goes 1 for 4, misses maybe an extra point, then we're starting to have looks for a kicker. But until that happens, I'm not really too concerned about what happens in practice.
Yeah. I agree. You look at the guy, you've seen him do it before. You've seen him do it in a football season, in football games, in live reps, in the stadium you play in.
Mm-hmm.
So those are a lot of things that give you more confidence going into it.
Shit, not nearly the attendance those Michigan Panthers games. Caleb?
Yeah, I think they should probably bring someone in for some competition, but we just need consistency out of that position. I don't want a 40-yard field goal being a bigger risk than going forward on 4th and 2. Like, we just need some consistency. We know when we get on that side of the field that we're going to leave with 3 points. Yeah, I think you have to bring someone in to compete, but like Nick said, he's on a 2-year deal, so they have some confidence in him. But yeah.
Are you cool if they just keep Jake Bates and they don't bring in that other person? Or if you just, I guess not, have him bring the other person, but if Jake Bates is your kicker going into the season, are you comfortable?
Yeah.
I think I am too.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about it.
So Denver Blair already said,
well, that kind of depends, too. What if he stinks it up for the rest of camp and the preseason? Like, would you guys still...
That's fair.
Like, we don't know. We haven't seen him kick in a live NFL game yet.
Yeah. And remember, too, when we were talking about Turner, he was outperforming in the media open practices.
He got cut from somebody else, too.
Did he really?
Yeah. Was it the Packers?
I think it was the Pack.
But they already have somebody, don't they? The Packers got Gold or my trip. No, it's San Fran. No, they got Moody. Who's the Packers kicker?
I don't know.
I guess I wonder what the issue is with Turner, because from OTAs, at least the media availability, it's like he was kicking ass, but
laces weren't out.
Badgley was missing just as many kicks beforehand. It felt like.
Yeah.
James Turner's last tweet was working for the next opportunity 5 days ago, kicking from the Block M at Michigan's practice facility. He is still open. They've seen what he has. I'm sure he would be a guy that they would call immediately if they did not have confidence in Jake Bates.
Packers kicker is Anders Carlson.
Nice.
Because
he outperformed again to the open media availability. What if he was like a supreme racist or something? It's just like he's super good at kicking, but he's just a piece of shit.
I just imagine one of their heads right there, and it makes me kick it harder.
Like the water boy.
Yeah.
I just pretended it's Kamala Harris, and I just go for it.
No, I mean, maybe he's just doesn't have it. Maybe he's just not as good as we thought he was. But I'm not worried. Unless Jake Bates goes out there and lays a complete egg in the preseason, I'm not too worried about it.
I kind of want Turner back. In other news, real quick, because we'll get over the kickers. I know only Maz is like the only one that is excited to talk about the kicker battles, but we had this in the opening segment. I don't know how much more I could expound on the kicking competition that it really isn't one. Do you have the video I sent about Jared Goff talking about like what he would do?
The one you just sent today?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Run it.
All right.
It's not in there.
Would you cut your dick off for a Super Bowl?
Man.
Hard hitting question.
I know that's what Vrabel said he would do. I'd like to think that I have enough ability to do it without doing that.
Yeah.
I have the belief in myself that I don't have to do that, so I'm going to say no because I'm going to do it without having to do that.
Well said. Well said.
How you feeling about Jared Goff's commitment to winning a Super Bowl?
You know what? Just when I was on the Jared Goff train, the guy goes out there and he doesn't have the resolve to say he'd cut his own penis off to win a Super Bowl. I don't know if I can back someone that wouldn't cut their own dick off to win a Super Bowl.
Caleb?
This guy's gaslighting him
Yeah.
into cutting off his dick.
What do you mean? You wouldn't cut your dick off, Goff? Come on.
Dick off Goff.
Dick off. You're rich enough. You could buy a new one.
Old dick off Goff.
You could definitely buy a new one. You could buy a bigger one. It could be even better than the one you got now.
If this was New York media, 100% would be a topic. He doesn't want to win.
He doesn't want to win bad enough. He won't cut his dick off. But to be fair,
His
he
wife
is married to
is
Kristen Harper.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to cut my dick off either.
Yeah, I will say, Amon-Ra, Sewell, and Goff, they were the three interviewed by Will Compton and Taylor Lewan. They give the most corporate answers. Like, they give the best answers to awkward questions ever.
This is the funniest.
Yeah, he's like when Taylor Lewan was talking about, like, jerking off in the hotel room or something.
Yeah.
Benazer was like, dude, really? What are you talking about? Yeah, but yeah, they're very, like, they don't want to get controversial at all.
No,
Which is a good
Goff's the only
thing.
one willing to.
Yeah, but he's a funny dude. But he he goes to, like,
He's been around long enough to navigate it. Like, he's cool with what? PFT, I think it is.
Oh, dude, Goff's a veteran, man.
Yeah.
Goff's been through any kind of interview. He's been in the NFL for a while.
He survived the Super Bowl media.
He's heard a lot of dick questions. He's answered a lot of dick-related questions, and it's just he doesn't want to win. It's obvious. Like, what the fuck, Goff?
Like the answer.
Can't cut the schlong off for the city. Like I said, you can pay for a new one. We can start a GoFundMe.
How's that work?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've never been in a situation where I've had to replace my dick. So
Is it just like on all the time? Because it's like, how can blood?
Do you just
flow?
put it on?
Yeah, you put it on
It's
every
like a
day.
Lego? All right, let's go.
You know, people have said that phrase, like everyone puts their pants on the same way.
Everybody
Everyone puts their dick on the same way.
Everyone puts their dick on one shaft at a time, just like you.
I'm sorry.
Honey, where'd I put my dick? I last saw it in the basement.
Yeah, you're going on vacation. Your girl's like, hand it over. You're not taking that with you. Damn it.
Honey, you tried my dick again. It's shrinking.
Honey,
I told you, check the pockets.
Honey, I shrunk the dick.
Oh, Nick, you probably had something very serious to say. I apologize.
Yeah, it's usually not this small, I swear.
I was in the pool.
It
got
cold. It was a cold shower, damn it. No, I was just going to say I like the confidence in Goff's answer there, where he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it without cutting this dick off.
Do you want me to
in all
start a group chat
seriousness.
with my brothers and ask them if
Yes.
you can replace a dick?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If they respond fast enough, we'll put it on air.
Nick, by the way, I do agree with you on your point, by the way.
I like it, yeah.
I like the confidence.
I like the confidence in our quarterback.
I like to think I'm good enough to win a Super Bowl without cutting my dick off.
Yeah.
So, no.
Corporate,
Like, can you think
but
of
confident.
Can you think of a better way to answer that?
No.
Like,
the
that's like
best
the
way,
perfect
yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
These guys are
Or you
good.
could have been, you don't have scissors strong enough. Spinny's currently texting his brothers about
Jared Goff's
replacing
dick.
Yeah.
We'll get that answer to you guys when we get back. But first, let me tell you about Swiss Insurance. If you need to replace something like that piece there, you might want to call my guy Mark. Get it insured. It's 313-530-1698. That's 313-530-1698. Or email him directly your question about replacing that appendage. Mark at SwissINS.com.
Ally, the Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through the 25th at Warwick Hills. Leave the golf to the pros, but don't miss the party at 17. $2 birdie beers, concerts, and more. Get your tickets at allychallenge.com. Brought to you by Randy Wise Automotive.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour, guys. Grab your celebrities and golf clubs and head over to the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. Join our foursome. Completed on the
Hell
golf
yeah.
course with Braylon Edwards on the University of Michigan golf course. The Randy Wise.
You know what?
Celebrity
Let me
golf.
hit that.
Easy looks like Opal Rock on Grandma's counter. What's Opal Rock?
The shirt. You never seen those Opal Rocks? They got like a bunch of different dots on them.
That's crazy.
No.
It's pretty crazy.
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We got some more Detroit Lions news, some actual Detroit Lions news to discuss here. And Spinny, you put it this way: MIA putting out APBs for these Lions: James Houston, Jack Campbell, DPJ, Josh Besco, and Khalif. Why haven't we heard anything out of camp from these guys? One, just real quick before we get into it, I do want to give some bail to Khalif. He has been making plays. He's a first-team kick returner. He had a very strong rep against Carlton Davis in 1v1s. I just don't think he's in that wide receiver 3 conversation enough to be a topic for writers to discuss about. He's like one of those guys you kind of just knew was going to be on the team, you know?
Yeah.
And then actually, I don't know. I was going to give some bail to Josh Pascal, but I did see him out there with the third team a few times. Matter of fact, I think on the unofficial official depth chart, he is 13.
He was in the slot in the unofficial official depth chart. But the other guys are a little more concerning to me. I think the guy I'm most concerned with that we haven't heard from is James Houston. Because you expect James Houston to be that guy. You expect him to be the guy we saw in that 8-game stretch where he looked unguardable when he was out there, where he was getting a sack a game. You expect James Houston to go out there and make plays for this team. We have not heard his name once throughout the entirety of training camp so far. How concerned are you with that? Do you think it's just other guys showing up? Because we're hearing a lot out of Levi. We're hearing a lot out of Hutchinson. We're hearing a lot of Ali McNeil, even Davenport. But I haven't heard Houston once.
A few times I've heard Houston were
not good.
Not great. Yeah, it was just they're still trying to force him into that box as a Sam linebacker, which again I don't understand why they're willing to just allow. And again, maybe they're just giving up on. I don't want to say they're giving up on Betts, but kind of like not want to waste as much time if they don't believe he's going to make the team. But I don't know why you can't have the same philosophy with James Houston when you know he can actually rush a quarterback at the NFL level. Like we don't know that about Matthew Betts. He has had NFL chances before and just never like fell through. However, you've had James Houston in limited action show you that he could be what felt like one of the best edge rushers, pure edge rushers in the league. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm not as concerned, however, because he's still getting the reps over the guys I feel like he's competing against. Obviously, you have the injury to John Kaminsky as well, which is probably kind of reserving a roster spot for him. A guy that's on this list that I'm concerned about, but maybe only because of my own expectations, is Jack Campbell. We heard the hype, and we read it here on the show as confirmation bias. We had Shep on the show. We played the clip of Chef hyping him up, had AG hyping it up. He had that, like you said, he had that big Mike energy or big blue dot energy, whichever it was, green dot. And it felt like our expectations for him a year or two were going to come true. We haven't seen it. When I was there, I didn't see it. We haven't read about it. Jack Campbell is the one I'm a little bit concerned about. We still got a good team. It's just I wanted him to be, I guess, more involved.
Yeah, you would have liked to hear from that. We expect a big year from him. Another year under Kelvin Shepard, a guy in front of him in DJ Reader who hasn't been there at practice, but still during live reps, that's going to help. A veteran in front of him in Alex Anzalone that can show him some ways on how he improved. He had a decent rookie year. It's not like he had a terrible rookie year. He had second on the team in tackles, so he had a pretty good rookie year. And we expect him to take a jump, but we haven't heard much from him out of camp so far. And that is a little bit concerning. Although it is and it isn't with a linebacker. With Jack Campbell, you're not hearing him. I'm not as concerned as not hearing James Houston. Because Jack Campbell, I feel like the way you'd be, other than him getting interceptions and being insane, the way you'd be hearing about him more is if he was blowing tackles, blowing assignments, not filling the gap, not filling the hole, not making plays, then you'd be hearing his name more. So not hearing him in that aspect is good. But with James Houston, really the only time you would hear James Houston's name is if he's sacking the quarterback, and we haven't heard that.
What do you guys take this team to a new level? defensive line, if like an upgraded D line opposite of Hutch, or is it Jack Campbell becoming an elite middle linebacker? Defensive line, because it helps out the whole entire defense. So that's why, I am a little bit worried about James Houston. It's not like I'm freaking out because this is preseason, this is camp, and obviously James Houston shines on third down in game scenarios, like in an actual game. We saw him actually getting snaps in the preseason last year, which I feel like this is a similar thing that is happening. MCDC needs to see him stop the run and put actual effort into stopping the run, or else he's not going to let him go. But he played in 21 defensive snaps to open the year last year in Kansas City, and I feel like they were all, passing situations, because when things are on the line, you're going to let him off the chain like a bulldog, like I know Spenny loves to say. You're going to let him go get the quarterback when you actually need it the most. So I'm not too worried. I think when push comes to shove, MCDC will let him go after the quarterback, even if he hasn't earned it with the rushing stops. That's what I've seen from last year, and I'm just going to go off that.
Caleb?
Yeah, with the guys on these lists, I would say Josh Pascal's more, I know we really didn't talk about him much, but I think he's more, it's not necessarily concerning. I think it's more disappointing, because this is a guy you wanted to take a jump. He's had trouble staying healthy these past couple of years, and you wanted him to take a jump. It was kind of him and Levi on the edge of, if you don't come out and camp and perform, you're on the edge of getting cut. And, Levi's performing. Pascal's not. Pascal's going to have a hard time finding a roster spot, even with the Kaminsky.
Whoa.
Even with the Kaminsky injury. You think Pascal right now, we haven't heard anything about him. We haven't heard him showing out in camp. You think he's a lock to make this roster?
Yes.
Who has a better chance, him or Betts, do you think?
Oh, Pascal by far.
But Pascal hasn't been good.
He's made plays, just not enough glowing plays, I guess. Like, not enough to be, I guess, of note. I'm pretty sure he had a sack against the second team. Yeah, against the third, second team. It's just they're coming against the third and second team. He is by far. I love you, Caleb.
I don't think
Betts,
it's that.
Betts isn't an NFL player, or Pascal is drafted second round.
But how do we know Pascal's an NFL player?
Because we've seen it.
We've
seen him in action.
He wasn't very good when he played.
He was good. He just wasn't elite. He wasn't. Maybe he's. I guess watching it more towards average, but he's also not that caliber of player. I think he's more of a guy to fill a gap, and play a run, set an edge versus go and get a quarterback.
So where would you, when you're thinking opposite of Hutch, are you thinking Pascal, or were you thinking next to Ali McNeil? Are you thinking Pascal in any way?
So the thing with Pascal is they have him playing that 3-tech and the edge. So
yeah, next to, it could be next to, if Aleem's in that 3-tech. Are you thinking next to Reader?
He's definitely a second unit guy. Definitely and that's why the defensive line's played. And I think Jim Schwartz, former coach here, kind of set that precedent where you're constantly rotating defensive linemen to keep them fresh, because they're bigger body fellas. But Pascal's definitely part of their rotation. I just think your return as a second round pick, maybe you're not gonna necessarily see, because maybe he's more of an edge guy. But Pascal by far,
the foot cancer, by
far above. Yeah, he overcame foot cancer. No, but by far a better play than Matthew Betts. That was disrespectful.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Josh Pascal. But that's just what I think.
Don't let him guess.
No, I'm not. I disagree with him. But
so you think Betts has an equal opportunity to make the roster over Pascal?
Maybe that was a little bit of an overshoot, but I think Pascal has a good chance of not making this roster.
That's
Kaminsky, and this sounds kind of shitty to say, but Kaminsky getting hurt gave him a very good shot to make it. But I think if Kaminsky was still healthy, Pascal would be on that edge, and Levi Onwuzurike was as well. But he's been showing out. That's kind of what I was saying. Pascal needed to have a camp like Levi Onwuzurike is, and he's not.
Well, it's just tough, man. There's different strokes. Like, we kind of talked about it. That edge spot has kind of been what's your flavor this week?
Yeah, and it's kind of like hockey shifts. You're kind of gonna. That's what that other edge spot it's gonna be. It's gonna be it's gonna be the rotation of Davenport, Houston, and other guys. And I just don't think Pascal's going to be one of those guys that Aaron Glenn's going to throw in there, because you got to think of the expectations of the players now on this team, that this isn't 2021 Lions anymore. This is a Super Bowl caliber team, and I don't know how many snaps a guy like Josh Pascal is going to make on a team like this.
I think and I have to check the numbers on it, but I would even go out there and say that he probably played more snaps last year than Kaminsky to begin with. Like,
but that defensive line didn't have a lot of depth last year.
It did not. The defensive line was not great.
Line was awful.
Yeah, I'm not penciling him in as like a starter. I'm not penciling him as a stud, but he's definitely gonna make the roster. I guess is what I'm saying. And by the way, too, like we also kind of been flip flopping through our defensive line coaches, I should say. And I think we got the best one now here in Terrell Williams, and I feel like Pascal. He's kind of like the tweener with John Kaminsky. Like, remember John Kaminsky used to play that inside? Same thing. Yep. Play inside or the 3-tech or the edge. We had Danico Autry, who did get suspended for steroids, by the way, which might explain his ageless wonder year last year with those 10-plus sacks, whatever it was.
Wait, like this year he got suspended?
Yeah, he's got knocked for PEDs.
Rip.
I mean, double check on that because I was wrong about what's his name going to the Vikings. But, no, man, Pascal's going to make this team.
Yeah, he was getting big minutes, a lot of snaps in the playoffs. I wanted to double check that, but 36, 32, and 43 going from the NFC Championship game, and he got a TFL in that game as well. I think Pascal, like, big thing about him is the health. Like, he's been banged up his first couple seasons in the NFL. I feel like maybe he hasn't been able to get into that rhythm that you would expect a second-round pick. Almost like, I mean, definitely not on the level, but almost like a Levi Onwuzurike. Like, these are two defensive linemen that Brad Holmes drafted early, and if we can only think of if they can get rolling, like, they're both going to help out this team significantly. But to your point, Caleb, he's got to step up. Like, when you get drafted that high, you do need to be a difference maker, and he's kind of just been more of a rotational piece. So I would like to see him take another step this season as well.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Jack Campbell just simply because, I'm not worried about Jack Campbell. I'm more worried about James Houston because Jack Campbell last year, what did we hear going into training camp? I mean, we saw it even the day we went, that Jack Campbell was just looking electric. He stood out on his own. And so he had this good camp, and then he had, I don't want to say a bad season by any means, but he didn't have the breakout season that you expected, especially when you pair it next to Gibbs' success his rookie year. So for me, I'm actually not too concerned yet on Jack Campbell because last year, there was a more positive narrative coming into or coming from camp than there seems to be this year. I'm worried about Houston, not because of anything with his talent. I just think this Lions team favors so much versatility that's so important to them, and I think that they're just despite his great talent at what he does, his great skill at getting to the quarterback is sacking the quarterback. They want a guy that can do multiple things. And so while his skill set, and it's obvious for all of us to sit here and say, let him on 3rd and longs, just go get the quarterback. And I hope to God they do that. But they've shown time and time again that they want players that just do multiple things over anything else. So I'm worried that he might not just get the shot.
Kaminsky, more starts and more games played than Pascal last year.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is right. It's a good point, Chris. We talk about it all the time. The versatility. We talk about them doing different things, moving guys around, playing different people in different positions. That's why Josh Pascal might be fine without popping off because he can play every position on the defensive line. Levi Onwuzurike has proved that he can play multiple positions on that offense or defensive line. James Houston can really only do one thing at an NFL caliber level, and it's an important thing in getting to the quarterback, but it still is one thing, and we know that that's not something that they appreciate, is when you're a one-sided, one-trick pony, they want you to be a guy that can do multiple things and play in any spot. That's why they added a Davenport. That's why they added other players in that secondary to complement people like Amik Robertson and Carlton Davis. So we'll see what happens, but I mean, the more you talk about it, the more like Houston needs to. I'm not worried about Houston not being on this team, but he's got to find something else that he can do rather than just get to the quarterback because these coaches need you to be out there a lot if you're going to play for them.
And that's the part that sucks though too because he's so damn good at getting to the quarterback. So it's like I don't really want to let that go.
I don't either.
Especially just damn well if he goes, he's going to like Baltimore or Cleveland. He's going to look like a stud.
Yeah,
it's going to be the most annoying shit in the world.
Because this Lions regime is so focused on the versatility, and again, it's a beautiful thing. It's why we were able to patch together what we had on that defense last year and make it work. Was because of it. Yeah, exactly. Those injuries, But because of the adaptability of this team, we were able to do it. But that's what scares me about this team is that they are set in this way. And this is just that one scenario that I'm like, look, I know your principles, and I never tell a team to abandon their principles. But this is the one time where I'm like, you got to just let this guy go, because who cares about anything else he can do, because he can do that better than almost anybody in the league. And that's something that this team desperately needs to go to the next level.
So to bring this full circle, I think we all don't think that Khalif or Jack Campbell, has any chance of getting cut here. But with the other three, James Houston, DPJ, Josh Paschal, who's the most likely to get cut there?
DPJ.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd say DPJ because of the injury to John Kaminsky. I think James Houston would have had a decent shot of getting cut.
Yeah.
And like I said, Paschal.
I'll tell you what, if you still can, I'd take the under on his numbers on props. Put the house on it.
Yeah. I mean, the beautiful thing is tomorrow, Pascal's going to be getting reps. Houston's going to be getting reps. DPJ getting reps.
See, Christian Watson got injured today?
Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, really?
I guess, he went down and the whole team went around him and went down on a knee.
That's what you do, though, right?
Are you gaslighting?
No,
right now?
I heard that. It's, I think Hughes said it in the back.
Oh, 4 hours ago. Yeah, Packers receiver Christian Watson, good after another scare. I'm not excited about him being hurt. I'm just excited about my bet that I made with the Packers reporter. Can I call him arrogant? He's still in front of the show.
Yeah. Sure.
He's extremely arrogant.
What's a nicer way to say it, though?
He's like arrogance the nice thing.
Yeah, you could say a lot more bad things than arrogant.
I just want to say, I like the guy.
Stupid.
Because we're boys, and we obviously will argue, but I like having that adversary. So I like to have him on the show. I don't want to offend him too bad.
Other than when he makes up stats.
Yeah.
No, that was us that time.
DPJ most
no,
likely.
our stats were real.
Shout out
his stats were.
What'd you call it?
Stats were not real. Speepa or something?
Speepa, yeah. Speepa rate.
Yeah, his Speepa rankings were way higher.
It's like, I haven't had a look at that.
Can I be honest with you guys, too?
He definitely took the Speepa rankings.
There's certain stats I hear blurted out that I cannot find. Like to verify.
Like what?
Yeah.
So you're saying I can just blurt stats out? If you can't find them, you can't argue them.
On ESPN even too. Mina said one the other day. I was like, "There's no way."
Well, this guy ranked 6th in exit velocity after the ball leaves his hand towards the sideline on Tuesday night after 4 p.m.
I'm gonna message her tonight. Just ask what website she
uses.
What?
Hey.
Oh, I did that, brother. She hopped on the show.
You up?
Muck. Les Stanford.
Himself. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did. By adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service the customers have come to know and trust. I'm Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brands you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together.
Come on already!
That's right.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit. Make sure you check it out. They just opened one in Madison Heights, known for the delicious chicken, New York-style pizza, and great biscuits. To find a location near you, go to Sorokis.com. Sorokis, that's crispy.
POS. Just ask a simple question. Just answer.
What?
Like, what a piece of work you are.
You do that all the time. What are we coming back to? It's literally right in front of you.
It's you just answer the question.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
I don't feel like it.
very, very easy to do.
Just because you can't
Said you throw a fit.
Sounds like you're throwing a fit.
Couple things we can do here. Actually, no. We're keeping the Lions stuff rolling. I'm down to carry on the conversation unless you want to put a pin in it till the actual preseason game.
Of what?
I guess it was more of like could have been like a cut segment. Like who's likely to get cut? It felt like obviously outside of Pascal.
Price is way too high.
Campbell.
You need to cut it. I mean, I
heard that in a
definitely
minute.
think that wide receiver, one of those wide receivers is going to get cut.
88.
I think yeah.
Caden Davis.
Yeah.
Caden Davis is probably going to be out of there. Antoine Green will probably be a practice squad guy. They went with.
Wouldn't be mad at it, by the way.
They went with 5 receivers last year, right?
I'll find out for you.
So right now you got Amon-Ra, you got JMO, you got Leaf, you got Fountain, and you got DPJ. So you don't have to cut anybody. Sounds like.
At the wide receiver spot?
Because last year they had Amon-Ra, Josh Reynolds, Khalif, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I actually really liked blah, blah, blah. He showed out.
Yeah, he was.
Marvin.
Last year they kept Amon-Ra, Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, Marvin Jones, Antoine Green. Yes, so 5 receivers. Maurice Alexander.
Oh, they see Maurice Alexander getting work with Goff.
So Amon-Ra obviously making this team.
Yes. Jameson Williams.
Which I guess technically would have been a 6 in this list. He just had that suspension.
He wasn't on the
So it wasn't like on the okay, yeah. All right, so Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Khalif Raymond, those are 3.
Maurice Fountain. I'm almost willing to say he's the lock.
Yeah, I want to say it, and I have said it, but there's so much more camp left.
We got to see it, and I'd like to see it in preseason. Yeah,
I guess Fountain and DPJ, I'd say. I think DPJ can make the team. Because there's 5 guys right there, and he's also a returner. I don't think any of the other guys.
What about Maurice
were
Alexander?
taking return snaps. Maurice Alexander was too, and he's quite the returner.
I'd
in a
say
traditional return though. Now we got the new stuff going on.
Yeah,
but DPJ also punt returner.
Mm.
Gibbs, by the way, I don't know if you guys read that. He was taking a couple of those kick returns back too, which makes sense if you think about it. It's a glorified run play.
No, God, please, no,
it is.
no.
Watching it in that preseason game, it's a little different than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like, it's more, how do I explain it? I thought there would definitely be more open lanes, but there's really not. It kind of just gets it's one big mess.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's worth the risk of, little off top, but I don't know if it's worth the risk throwing like a Gibbs, J-Mo, even Monty. Like, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think so either. Yeah, I think you throw Craig Reynolds back there again this year and you just get to the 25 and hope you get an explosive play or two maybe once every.
If I see Craig Reynolds fumble the ball coming out of halftime one more time, though, I'm losing.
Like
so you don't want Craig Reynolds back there?
No.
You don't want Gibbs back there?
Throw DPJ back there. Screw it.
Right now it's Khalif and Craig, the 2 guys that have been back there.
I'm cool with Leaf running.
Yeah.
Kick return and punt return duties.
There's 2 guys.
Me too.
You gotta think
there's one guy on each side. There's one guy on like each corner.
Kickoff's more of a punt now.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Like 'cause you
It really
can't
is.
fair catch it, right?
No.
You can't. There's no touchbacks.
Well, you can fair catch it, but you're penalized. They set you back further than if you were to just.
Yeah, but why would you fair catch it? They can't run until you catch it anyway.
I have 2 caveats, I guess, to like what we saw on the Hall of Fame game. One, it's first time there's actually been like done in like live drills. Obviously practice too, but like in a live game situation.
Still as a 5th string.
2, this kick return allows so much more like just creativity that I feel like it's a lot like the offenses you see during the preseason. It's gonna be bland. It's gonna be like you're just cut and copy paste stuff like that. They don't want to show you what they truly plan to do because it's schematic now at this point. Like you're actually drawing stuff up. I don't know if you guys read like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, Sky Moore threw an interception on a kick return. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like what? How? That's why
he threw an interception on the kick return.
Yeah, Sky Moore. I'll find it.
That's yeah. I mean, they're gonna be tinkering around a lot. People say Vaki as well.
Oh, actually, he's been back there too.
Zonovan Knight. Some people are saying.
Yeah, Bam Knight.
Bam.
He was banged up, I think, the other day.
Yeah. There's I mean, they got a lot of options. They're definitely trying out a lot of different people. I think Khalif Raymond is the obvious choice, though, to have back there. And then I think they're trying to see who fits next to him the best.
I can't even think of, like, besides kind of those three guys, the Khalif Raymond, the Craig Reynolds, and the Vaki, I can't even think of any other realistic options back there.
For the kick return?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
That's what
really.
it's going to be. It's going to be one of those.
Yeah, I really don't think it's going to be one of our premier offensive players.
I'm totally open to it, though, by the way. Like, I'm not discounting that. The football I grew up watching was freaking, interception, Joshua Williams, Sky Moore. That's actually crazy. I wish there was video footage of it. We've seen so many great players in the past, and I guess it was before they got paid, which we have a lot of good players that are currently on rookie contracts, JMO being one, Gibbs being one. Like we talked about Deshaun Watson when we were talking about comps for JMO. He's infamous for his returns. He was one of the best in the league. Guys that actually contributed to the offensive side of the ball. Antonio Brown used to take back those punt returns. I mean, these are all just off the top of my head, but we'll see. Cordell Patterson, he's not. Never really. I guess he played running back a little bit for Atlanta there, but
gotta be like 400. Like, how old is Cordell?
he's getting up there.
He's been in the league forever, dude.
Yeah. I guess he was like on the unofficial depth chart for the Steelers. He was a starting running back.
You know who would be good at something like this? Jabril Peppers.
Yeah.
Who is he on the Patriots still?
I think
Hey, he just got a deal.
Yeah.
They just extended him.
I feel like Jabril Peppers would be damn good at these new kickoff returns.
Who do you think's more likely to make this team? Mitchell Goudier or Matthew Betts?
Goudier.
I got a Goudier too.
Yeah. Again, he's a guy who can do more. I think he's a guy that they seem to be trusting more in different situations. They're giving him more snaps, more reps, closer and closer to that first string line. So I think that's the guy they like more.
I think he's a guy who just shown more too.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm over break.
Craig had two fumbles last year. You guys have 100% faith in him? He lost 2 fumbles.
2 fumbles on kick returns?
Said 2 fumbles. I wasn't able to figure it out, but I remember one blatantly on a kick return, and the other one was against the Raiders.
I don't personally like Craig returning kicks. No.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't think
never
he's
been a fan of Craig.
I don't think he's that explosive.
Yeah.
I'd prefer someone who's like Maurice Alexander.
Jamar Jefferson.
Yeah.
It almost felt like they kind of just threw a guy out there.
It really did. There's like, he'll hold on to the ball, and then he did it. The fumble you remember against the Raiders, was that on a run or a kick return?
I think it was a kick return.
I remember he fumbled against the Bears.
No, he against the Raiders. It was on the goal line. Remember when it wasn't actually a fumble, but they didn't. Yeah. Crosby got it, and it wasn't actually a fumble, but it was too hard to overturn. It was like at the goal line.
That was Monday Night Football.
But still, it's all ball security at the.
Good call.
Yeah, the one on the I think he got hurt on the one he fumbled against the Bears too. Like hurt his ribs or something like that.
Alex Merrill says, "Damn, y'all don't like Craig."
I
don't
Craig.
hate
I
Craig.
just,
I just don't like Craig as a kick return.
Exactly.
Like Craig is a solid third running back, but put Vaki back there, man. Put DPJ back there. Put Maurice Alexander back there. Those guys are more explosive runners. So
if we keep 5 receivers, it's DPJ versus Green. Absolutely, I agree.
Yes.
That's like the real competition. Because I think Fountain makes his team just because that's a body type we don't really have. DPJ could be that, but he hasn't. Just straight up. What up, Nick?
I saw somebody complaining in the group chat about our backup quarterback situation. Who do you guys think that gets the start tomorrow night?
Hendon Hooker. They know what Sudfeld is. They know who Sudfeld is. They know what Sudfeld can do. They've been watching him for a couple years now. Nothing Nate Sudfeld can do in this preseason or in this camp can change their perspective of who and what he is. It's all on Hendon Hooker. They need to see it out of him.
Dan Campbell really likes Jamar Jefferson, too. He said it like 3 times in a row the other day in the press conference. But, Spinny, I was going to say Sudfeld to you made your point. I kind of agree. Like, that's the guy that I'm more curious about. I think, actually, if I'm not mistaken, in these joint practices, it's been him that's been getting the second-team reps.
Hooker?
Yeah. He's still got that dislocated finger, too. It's no longer broken, and I guess that's the one he's directional with. I think it was Colton Pouncey who posted those clips talking with Hendon Hooker at that in New York.
If Sudfeld goes out there and rips the preseason up, this coaching staff isn't going to be like, "Oh, look at him, he's the best quarterback." But no, they know what he is. He's been around. He's been in the league for a while. He's been around this team for a while. He's played snaps before. Like they know what Sudfeld is.
I think it could be big for Hooker, just first actual game play in so long since he got hurt at Tennessee, just to kind of get that game day feeling. Obviously, it's preseason. Obviously, you're playing with second maybe stringers, a lot of third stringers, fourth stringers, guys that might not even be in the league. But to get that game day kind of feel and to give him a chance to start, maybe, kind of do some things, gain some momentum, gain some confidence, I think could be big for a backup quarterback in Hendon Hooker. And like you said, doesn't really mean shit for Sudfeld.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what Sudfeld is. But I think it could kind of give everyone confidence moving forward. And giving the most important confidence is giving Hendon Hooker confidence going forward. I think if he has a good game. So I'm actually looking forward to watching that. Hoping Teresa takes the wheel on the way up north so I can watch in the car.
Yeah.
You're going up north this weekend?
Yeah, leaving tomorrow after the show. Shout out Xfinity to go on the phone.
You got somebody fill in for you on Friday?
You know it. Triple checked. Shout out Chris.
Unlike Chris.
Unlike Chris.
All right, that's not on me.
That's on you. You did not check.
That was a low blow.
You did check.
I didn't check because I thought he was an adult. My fault. My apology for treating him like a grown-up.
Chris, my bad.
No, you definitely triple check like Nick does. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out Nick. Who do you got? Who's filling in for you, Joel?
Yeah.
Hooker will be valeting cars at Olive Garden 2 years as MPWMU. I don't get that. My uncle called me today. Was asking me about that too. Like, it's his broken finger. It's his first camp. What are we doing, guys?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
People hate on him for some reason.
I think it's because they were cousins calling for him to play last year after one of Goff's bad games. It was like he wasn't gonna play. Like the people were even saying that. I was like, brother, he's not even active on the roster right now. That's not.
I said it all day last year. Best case scenario is Hendon Hooker doesn't play a snap. Best case scenario this year is Hendon Hooker doesn't play a snap.
Yeah,
true.
Maybe week 17 after you already win the number one
unless
seed.
Unless you got
week
the
18
first
number
seed
one
locked
seed.
up.
Yeah.
Go get a legit backup who can win a game if needed, says Booner in the Woodward Sports chat.
I disagree. I disagree.
No, I'm good.
Why?
That's what we did last year. Get it, two gloves. Look up. Like,
he saved J-Mo's career.
No.
Career.
No, I'm good on that.
Why?
I think
all of these guys are just as capable as those guys.
I think we have one.
Yeah. Hendon Hooker and Nate Sudfeld are just as capable as Teddy Two Gloves. Or if you're going to get Joe Flacco, okay, cool. But
I saw Taylor Heineke.
I
trust him more than those guys.
I mean,
I did see someone post like a trade situation.
Yeah, I saw that.
Seventh rounder.
I want to shout out. I forgot
I'm not
who
trading
it was.
for a backup.
It
I
was
saw
a
it twice. I
seventh
just didn't know whose article was from.
God,
To go
Maz
click
is
and
missing
read.
out right now.
Yeah.
I'm not trading.
Kind
for
of
a
like an
backup
athletic one, and I'm not sure, but
I couldn't give a shit less about a backup quarterback.
yeah, MPWMU, easy, cope. No, not a single fucking cope. We're talking about Brad Holmes. How many guys have been fucking thrown in the dumpster? We're talking about Devontae Melifonwu, Derek Barnes, like Levon Enrique, who come out like the following year, third year. I think we talked about that multiple times in the show, and then they're showing you what they're worth. This is his first training camp. There is no cope. That's just the reality of the situation. What are we doing? On top of the fact that he's a broken finger.
I don't know. Preying on your
What the
your
fuck?
own player's downfall, like
This guy's
celebrating.
even taking a single fucking snap, not even preseason, and we're saying these outrageous things.
Praying and celebrating players on your teams doing poorly is weird behavior.
Extremely weird behavior. And this dude that you think of, Hendon Hooker, he was going to win the Heisman. He won at home against Alabama, but he was also going to be a first-round pick. You just saw what Bo Nix went for, J.J. McCarthy. Hendon Hooker was extremely good coming out of college. You got him in the 3rd round to be a backup quarterback, and he's never taken a snap. Everybody chill out. Hendon Hooker, he's going to show out tomorrow.
I mean, and Booner says if you saw Hooker at camp, you know he would go in and go 0-3. Well, if you saw Terrion Arnold at camp against Malik Neighbors, you'd know he'd be the worst cornerback in the NFL. So if we're going off of what happens at camp, is that what we're going off of? Is that what we're basing our argument off of?
J-Mo, under the year 3 guy. I guess I just don't get it because a lot of it's the same people who said, "Oh, have patience for J-Mo, have patience for Ivy, have patience for this, that." But it comes to a guy that's literally never taken a snap. We're just throwing him in the dumpster. I don't know if they're trolling or not. I'm not even talking about just necessarily my guy MPWMU. He's the man. He's in it all the time. But like, I guess it's the narrative about it. And I guess that's what this time of year is. There's nothing much going on, and maybe you want to have that narrative, so there's stuff to talk about. But I'm kind of with Booner. I would rather sign a veteran guy out there. I don't think Nate Sudfeld, your backup quarterback is never going to be a fucking stud.
No.
It's really not. Unless you're in the Atlanta Falcons situation with
unless you don't if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one quarterback. That's what it is.
Mm.
And I don't care enough to go out and get a backup quarterback.
You should.
We're on a got one of the best backup quarterback in the NFL, Teddy Two Gloves, and look how much that helped.
Well, we didn't need him.
Yeah, it was just for
plus.
It was just for insurance. Like,
don't
just
care.
I mean, look, like Nick said, like Hendon Hooker was a great player in college, and I mean, I think he's going to be a good player as a backup.
Yeah,
and he could end up being reliable. But look, I'm going to knock on wood again. If anything happens, we're a Super Bowl contending football team. We need with a lot of weapons. We need a competent guy to be under center if anything ends up happening. I don't want to say the phrase, but I think you need. I think Taylor Heinicke would be fine. Obviously, I wouldn't want to give a Brad Holmes pick for him, but I don't know. I'd like.
I'm more confident in guys that have been in this system for a couple of years, know the plays, know the calls, know the coaching staff, than a random quarterback who's marginally better at best to bring in.
Nah, fuck that. Because I've seen the Pastronaut come in multiple situations last year and earn the nickname the Pastronaut. Give me somebody who can play. We're on the cusp of a Super Bowl. I don't want to play no games. Look at what it was Nick Foles did for the Philadelphia Eagles. Come in, literally win a fucking Super Bowl as a backup quarterback. Like, give me somebody with some starting experience. I would be a lot more comfortable with that. Like, I get that Hendon Hooker's a work in progress, and I'm one of the people that has hope for him. But I just, when a cusp of a Super Bowl like this is, like this year to me is Super Bowl or bust. Give me a guy that's had starting reps before.
Are you feeling
live NFL action?
Are you feeling good if Hendon Hooker comes out the next 3 preseason games and balls out?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better, but I was still like.
Do you think that's not going to happen?
I think we're keeping 3 quarterbacks in this team, regardless. Even if not, there's the emergency quarterback situation too. I would still rather have, even if Hendon balls out, I would still rather have a guy that's just been there. Like, perfect example. And I fucking suck at names, so I apologize for it. Chad Henne.
Yeah.
When he came in for Patrick Mahomes against the Browns. And we were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and Chad Henne, who is not a super good quarterback, but he has been in that system for a long time. He knows the plays. He knows the calls. He knows the coaching staff.
I don't know about that. Because I don't know how long he was there, but just the experience in itself is what I was more fond of. Like, I don't know if it's Chad Henne's been in the league since, 2008?
Yep.
I'm looking. He was in Kansas City for 1, 2, 3, 4 years.
4 years in Kansas City. Knows the coaches, knows the staff, knows the play calls. Been in practice running that offense for a while.
But's also started NFL games, like more than just sparingly. That's what I want, I guess. That's what I'm willing to like to go shop for. I mean, who's even available?
I think it's more important for you because your backup, like you said, your backup is not going to be a good quarterback.
Is Ryan Tannehill a free agent?
Unless it's a rookie.
We're not getting him, but
you're not getting him. And I'm not paying $10 million for a backup quarterback.
I'm absolutely paying $10 million for a backup quarterback. We have the
so you'd rather pay
cap
for
space in the league, and we're on the cusp of winning the Super Bowl. Yes, absolutely.
But that's going to come at the cost of getting another guy, I would say.
Yeah. Cost of getting another guy? What are you talking about?
What if you get a guy like Judon?
The draft free agency, it's all over.
What if it was
We're not
Judon?
getting Judon. Judon wants to get paid. We're not getting Judon. That's why he's sitting on right now. He wants $20, $30 million, and he's worthy of it.
What if it's a cornerback you want to bring in? Like we talked about yesterday.
$10 million.
Like we talked about yesterday.
Okay, who? That's $10
million.
Sertan. Yeah, we can just scoop him off free agency.
Yeah.
No, but I just think Brad Holmes drafted this guy, fellas. Like, this is his first time in a training camp. Like, let's see him in preseason first. Yeah, he missed 3 screen passes. I guess that
everyone available sucks.
The path is saying in the chat.
Quarterbacks?
Yeah.
It's
like, everyone's saying
you're not going to bring in a stud backup quarterback, no matter who it is. That's what Teddy Two Gloves is, not a stud backup quarterback. I am more confident in guys that have been in the system, know the coaches, know the plays, know the play calls, that have been here before, more than I am a guy who is marginally better at best.
I want the guy that's had NFL action.
You just said everybody should. So who's your guy?
Trevor Siemian, I see on here.
Brad Holmes is
Simon
not
Hartley.
in the business of wasting draft picks. He has faith in Hooker. He took him for a reason to be the backup.
It's not
and he's
wasting
going
a
into
draft pick, though.
That's what do you mean it's not wasting a
It's
draft
just
pick? He
getting a
drafted
guy
him to
that's
be his
going to be
backup
able
quarterback.
if anything happens, God forbid, it's the guy that's prepared to go.
He drafted him to be Jared Goff's backup quarterback. I think for a quality backup quarterback option, that's what he spent a third-round pick on in Hendon Hooker. He's been in camp for, what, a month maybe, or 3
Not
weeks?
even a week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's like let's, pump the brakes a little bit. Let Hendon Hooker get some actual reps in a preseason game.
Booner says Hooker just isn't ready, and he's basing that off of 2 days of camp you went to. Can we see him in a preseason, at least one preseason game first before we make the proclamation that he's ready or not?
Yeah, if he goes 2 for 9 with 3 interceptions, it looks absolutely horrible, not meant for the offense. Yes,
Yeah.
bring in the backup. But
I'd like to see the guy that they have listed as their backup at least get some snaps in a preseason game before we're talking about bringing
Joe
somebody
Flacco
in.
for the Browns was in that system for multiple years, but a guy who saw NFL action, obviously won a Super Bowl too, carried that team to the playoffs.
And
the rest of the
not
way.
available. Like I said, if it was Joe Flacco, sure.
But
Joe
I'm just
Flacco's
saying,
not available.
I'm just saying NFL experience is what I want.
Joe Flacco's more than NFL experience. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
It's NFL experience regardless how you look at it.
And
Still
we
NFL
also
experience.
talked about it during camp. He's running with like the backups when it comes to offensive linemen.
Yeah, it's rough.
What are we doing here?
Here are the names, so if you guys like to hear them. The number one, obviously, I just don't think it's going to be realistic, but take it with a grain of salt. Ryan Tannehill is out there, according to SpotTrack.com. Brian Hoyer, I'm good on. He's 38 years old.
But he's
Blaine
got
Gabbert,
experience.
he does have experience, but 38's fucking, I don't know if anybody's going to sign him.
Blaine Gabbert.
AJ McCarron, Matt Barkley. Trevor Simeon's the one for me. I would never sign Nate Peterman. I would jump off a bridge before doing that. Logan Woodside, no clue who he is, and Ben DiNucci.
Logan Woodside?
Yeah,
That sounds like a
porn
Civil
star.
War general.
Yeah, that too.
Logan Woodside in the Battle of Knoxville. I don't know.
What's Paxton Lynch up to?
Paxton
that
Lynch
guy, he was
is
like
probably bagging somebody's groceries.
he was
somewhere.
he's
fucking
6'10".
terrible.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
But Nick, I think
I'm not too worried about
I think you're right. I think you got to watch Hendon Hooker play before, but I'm still on the
Thank
side
you.
of I'd like a better veteran, backing up Goff instead of Nate Sudfeld.
it. Fair. But, we could have our first round pick being our third string quarterback like the Vikings, but we don't need that situation. Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. And let me tell you about Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Just got some toys for Holly. She loves them. The same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers with one major difference. They are family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Guys, you deal with any family law issues, Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law have your back, whether it's visitation, custody, or anything other than even divorce. Kevin and Catherine here in Birmingham will have your back. They're available 24/7. And if you tell them the heavyweight sent you, They will pay your filing fee.
They sure
Kevin
will.
and Catherine at KDK Law. Give them a call at 248
Don't let that woman do you wrong.
971-0476. That's 248-971-0476. Or just scan the QR code above my head again. Tell them that Happy sent you, and they will pay your filing fee.
Don't let her take the house.
If you're
She
fresh
took
off the
everything
news
from
of the
me.
divorce, you need to sit down, relax, go to Dispo. Scan the QR code to my right. My right, your left. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, I should not have done that. Scan the QR code, bring it in. You spend $25 or more, they'll take $10 off of it. Dispo Dispensary, your local campus plug. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. Your boy Eazy, joined by some more Raxter and Chris. Nicholas, pull up.
Let's go.
Caleb, the bringer of pizza. It's funny, everyone says they don't care about backup quarterbacks, but Nick made a great point. We did get pretty heated over it.
Yeah.
That was the most heated we got all day, besides the gaslighting conversation. But yeah, I just think you got to give this guy a chance. He's a third rounder.
He's getting a chance. I'm just saying.
In a game scenario, camp doesn't mean much to me for the backup quarterback.
I made that exact point, and I 100% agree with that. And we're going to see him get his chance. I'm just saying, when you're on the cusp of a Super Bowl, give me somebody who has experience. That's all. Like, and whoever you decide between the two, go for it then. But just give me that guy on the roster because it's a boom or bust for me. It's do or die.
Do you think Ben Johnson will have some set packages for Hendon Hooker in this game?
I'm trying to think. I feel like they asked him about it.
Like running the ball?
The last time, yeah.
Yeah,
they asked him
maybe
about
a couple runs.
Probably.
I think he said they encourage it, but right now they want him to get down the basics.
Yep.
And that's what they're kind of focusing on right now, which it makes sense because if, God forbid something happens and you get the guys in the game, the rest of the guys around him, Laporta, Amon-Ra, Gibbs, they're not well versed in the quarterback fucking design runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, Goff is not doing that, so just get the basics down so you can execute those and then run if you have to.
Roberto in the Woodward Sports Chat coming in hot. Says,
Shout
you
out.
people, I don't know what you mean by you people.
Whoa.
All right. Who have already sentenced Hendon Hooker to delivering your Uber Eats. You need to stick your pacifiers in your mouth and go sit in the corner and shut up till the man shows us what he has. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going.
Let him
I'm not going shopping on the clearance rack for
Why can't
at
both
best
things
backup
exist?
quarterbacks until I see the man at least play one game, one preseason game. I'd rather see that if he could, like Nick said, if he goes out there and he doesn't complete a pass and throws 5 interceptions, then yeah, go get a backup.
I'm with or without that. Go get the backup. I don't understand why it can't be both.
Listen, guys,
That's where I'm lost on.
You know you're out of pocket when Microwave Nick is telling you to be patient. Like, come on, man. Rethink it.
No, brother, you're still being patient. You're just grabbing a guy with NFL experience. You're doing both. I don't gather there's even two sides on it.
So if Hooker's ready, he's good to go. He's ready for your backup spot. You still want another guy
He's not ready.
based on
It's what we've seen in camp. What I've seen in camp.
okay. So yeah, I'd like to see it in a preseason game first.
I mean, and he can do well in the preseason game. He's still not ready. Just in general. Maybe halfway through the season, I'd be a lot more comfortable at that point. Same way that when your guy finally starts, Nick, JJ, But I I want the experience. That's all.
I want this to be known that I hope JJ is a massive failure in the NFL.
You got his jersey.
Oh
It's
no,
right next
I
to your
don't.
Stafford
I don't want to be known
jersey.
as this JJ like super fan over here. I'm happy he won them a national championship. But the thing to me about Hendon Hooker, we're all saying like, what if he did have to come in for a series and he's running with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta getting massive separation, J-Mo going deep on a long ball, and Hendon Hooker has a cannon of an arm? You don't think he could be successful for against a bad defense? Like, I just know what I've seen from him
in college.
Yes.
I know what
Obviously,
I've seen from him.
He went through a massive injury, and he needs time to get used to it. But I have not seen him in the preseason, as none of us have. So why are we coming to conclusions?
If you grab that backup off the open market, why does he lose time?
I never said he would, but I'm saying I don't think that's the highest of importance right now to me.
You don't lose his development if you grab another person. You don't. Matter of fact, you just give him a mentor who
I would rather grab a backup tackle or a cornerback than a backup quarterback.
Brother, you can do both.
I think DNC said it. Yannick
Literally
Ngakoue, Fletcher Cox, Lawrence, Shaq Lawson, Justin Simmons, J.C. Jackson, all like a bunch of different guys. Micah Hyde, Justin Simmons, Shaq Leonard, all before a backup quarterback.
Burning issues. Easy. You were saying last year that you didn't care about the backup quarterback because the season would be cooked if Goff went down. Yeah, this year we're on the cusp of winning a fucking Super Bowl. So yes, I give a fuck about the backup quarterback. I really do. And yes, you can still have Hooker doesn't lose time, he doesn't lose development if you grab a guy and you sign him. Matter of fact, you give him. Look at how many people were affected by Teddy Bridgewater. Hendon Hooker's give credit to him. J-Mo's giving credit to him. You're giving him another extra coach in his ear while he's on the sideline. Because Mark Brunell's going to be busy watching the game. When Goff comes off the sideline with the tablet, hey, did you see this? You see that? Watch out for this, bud. He's not going to be sitting there holding Hendon Hooker's hand. Give me a guy that has in-game experience, seeing this level of speed, these level of formations, these switches, the audibles, whatnot, that could be in Hendon Hooker's ear while he's watching. I don't even give a fuck if he's the third-string guy. Just give me the guy with the experience who can help him along the way. That's all I'm asking for. You're not losing anything in development with Hendon Hooker doing that. You're not losing opportunities of signing anybody else for doing that. You're literally just replacing Sudfeld with one of those guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I 100% agree. You bring a veteran quarterback that's better than Sudfeld. I know those names you named aren't. There's not many great options.
So it's basically Simeon or nobody.
Sure.
Simeon, I mean, Tannehill feels like a pipe dream.
Tannehill, you'd have to overpay.
But we've gotten some pipe dream. You'd have to overpay. I'm willing to overpay for it.
But then you bring him in on a 1-year deal, and then Hendon Hooker will 100%. Look, again, you guys are right. We haven't seen him yet even take a snap in the NFL preseason game. He's also, this is technically, I'd say, his rookie year. He's his first training camp, first everything. He's finally fully healthy. Then after this year, you have the backup quarterback on the 1-year deal. Hendon Hooker's 100% ready next year to be the backup quarterback. And this is again, you said it the other week. This is crazy. This is a conversation we're having because the Lions are so damn good, and every other position is filled out.
Such a good
besides
roster.
Wide receiver 3, nickel corner, and backup quarterback. Like those are the only 3 question marks we have on this roster.
I did see a highlight of Hendon absolutely threading a needle up the seam, so that was a positive thing that he did.
Makes fantastic throws when
I think it was to Shane Zylstra, if I'm not mistaken.
When his
up the seam.
ring finger is done or like healed, like he'll perform a lot better. You heard Aleem McNeil say it in an interview with whose podcast was he on? We played on the show.
Was it Green Light?
Yes, the Green Light podcast with Chris Long, I think it was. He's like smooth like butter, and it's like that. And you see it it's just inconsistent right now because the finger's fucked up. And he said that's his like directional finger, I guess, his ring finger and his throwing hand. But there's just no slowing of his development. In fact, I believe you help it if you grab him a guy who just has seen more reps than Nate Sudfeld, has had more success than Nate Sudfeld. And yeah, I think Spinny's the one that said it. It's probably Simeon or nothing. And Tannehill's the pipe dream, but I'd be willing to pay for the pipe dream. Actually, did Blaine Gabbert go to the AFC? I'm thinking of somebody else.
Blaine Gabbert.
Oh, we really talking Blaine Gabbert right now?
49ers.
Yeah, he wasn't the Chiefs. He was the backup. No.
He's on the 49ers. He's on the
Jags.
Jags.
He was the 49ers.
Obviously.
It's all reps, though. So, yeah, it's Simeon, Gabbert, and Tannehill's the pipe dream. The rest of them,
I don't think Blaine Gabbert's that much better than Sutton. Like, has he played more? Yeah, but...
Yeah, and that's what I'm asking for. It's literally what I'm asking for. A guy that could fucking on the sideline watching the game. Yeah, you got to watch out for this. Oh, man. Like when I was
that's what Mark Brunell's for. You got Mark Brunell.
He's not doing that in game. He's coaching up golf.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't? When you come off the sideline, that's who's talking to you.
So you want him, the reason you want to bring in this guy is to mentor Hendon Hooker?
Either mentor Hendon Hooker or step in if he's not ready, yes. Because right now, he's not ready. And it could be because of the injury, too. I mean, but from Ben Johnson, I believe the stuff that he said last week, just from observation itself, it's just he's having trouble reading the snaps. Like when we went to camp last week, and actually I think this is going on in OTAs too, you read these things. It was Ben Johnson giving him an earful because he missed certain reads. Matter of fact, he had a touchdown yesterday in the joint practice and still got yelled at because of whatever pre-snap read he misread. Just another coach. And just if he happens to be better, that's just where you go with.
I think you got to learn through those mistakes in an in-game scenario. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing out of Hendon Hooker tomorrow.
I'm excited to see him take his first snap as a Detroit Lion in an actual game before I form a judgment on what he does. But let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is fitness that fits your budget. No matter where you are, there's Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 15 Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean atmosphere, tons of equipment, a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for no extra cost. And did you know you can upgrade to the Black Card, get used to the amenities like a hydro massage, total body enhancement, and all that good stuff. Also, with access to over 2,500 locations around the world, Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Are you tired of the same old Detroit sports? Detroit sports? Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get you one of them Boo Them Kids merch shirts.
What up there? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on woodwardsports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Supremo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Cole off the microwave, Caleb, the bringer of pizza. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. All right. Hitting the quarterback thing. For some reason, we just agree to disagree. Don't know why, but we do. And tomorrow, we do get to see Hendon Hooker. We'll talk more in the preseason game, but for now, we kind of keeping pace with predicting other conferences around the league.
Yeah, what are we doing today?
Today, Nick chose the NFC South. So with that, Nick,
South.
Would you like to go first?
Let's just break down the South real quick. We got the Falcons, the Bucks, the Saints, and the Panthers. This is one of the worst divisions in all of football, and that's why I thought it would be fun to do because, I mean, I was a little surprised to see the odds, which I guess we'll get to at the end, but the Falcons had well, I guess we'll just come out and say it. They were kind of the clear-cut favorite here in this division. But I'm not all aboard the Falcons hype train quite yet. And I think the Bucs win this division again. And I think the Falcons kind of fail to show up, even with all that offensive firepower. I think Kurt coming back a little soon on that injury. And will the rookie, Michael Penix, be ready in case of a backup? We'll see. But I'm going Bucs, Falcons, Saints, Panthers. I think the Bucs, Baker magic continues. They lean on that defense again. And they also, you know, top 10 receiver that I left off of my list, Mike Evans, continues to throw up 1,000 yards. So I'm going Tampa, Atlanta, Saints, Panthers. And I feel bad for any Panthers fan out there because they're going to suck again. And now that they have their first round pick, do you think they will have the number 1 overall pick, the Panthers, for back-to-back seasons when they should have?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Dave Canales. I think he kind of turned around that Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. I didn't expect them to be as good as they ended up being towards the end of the year. I know I was hating on the Buccaneers. I kind of called up the Falcons as the NFC South winners previously, but I think I want to rescind that comment and probably go with the Bucs again.
What?
Falcons probably, they'll be close. They just lost, I think I put it in the sheet here. And they did Rondale Moore. Looked like he left practice in the air cast today. That sucks for them. Don't care. Not the Lions, though. I mean, obviously get well soon, Rondale Moore. But I dove into the Bucs offensive coordinator situation. I thought they would suffer from the loss of Dave Canales, but they replaced him with Liam something. And he worked with the Rams before. And I remember Baker Mayfield was getting kind of tossed around like a hot potato a few years back, and he ended up with the Rams. And then he won that game. I think it was against the Raiders or whatever, in this first week, and it made no sense. And he's like, yeah, Rams just produce those type of offensive mind. They just do. if you're around Sean McVay long enough, it just happens to rub off. I hope that happens with the Detroit Lions and Tanner Estran when it comes to like Ben Johnson and whatnot. But I think they have a fairly competent offensive coordinator and obviously still the same offensive piece they had last year. Plus they had some offensive linemen too. So the defense is dog-ass defense too. So I'm going to take the Bucs, Falcons second, and I'll just follow Nick and suit. Saints, and then the Panthers.
Yeah, I believe in the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to get this done. I think you look at adding a quarterback, whether it be Penix or Kirk Cousins. If Kirk Cousins is truly ready to go starting the season, that is going to make that offense extremely, extremely dangerous. They have one of the best offensive lines in football. They've got a great assortment of weapons with Bijan Robinson, Drake London, obviously Kyle Pitts, and Tyler Algier as their backup. I think they have one of the best twin-headed rushing attacks in the NFL, and their defense is vastly improved. That secondary, Jesse Bates is one of, if not the best safety in the NFL. I really, really like their secondary and what they got going on back there. Their defensive line could use a little work, but I got the Falcons at 1, Bucs at 2, Saints at 3, Panthers 4.
This is still one of the biggest head scratchers when it comes to the draft, right, fellas? You don't go defense. They go Michael Penix. But then on the other side of it, they give the bag to a hurt Kirk Cousins when they could have upgraded it in that if they did want to go with Penix in the draft. I just don't – it doesn't make sense to me, so I have to see that this train is fully on the right tracks, to see if it's going in the right way, the right direction. Chris?
Yeah, I'm actually locked up with Spencer here. I got the Falcons 1, the Bucs 2, Saints 3, and Panthers 4. I think that the upgrade from Desmond Ridder to Kirk Cousins can't be underestimated. And I don't like going with the Falcons because I don't feel like they should be that favorited. But again, you're going from Desmond Ridder to Kirk Cousins, who you presume is healthy. Mm-hmm. And again, we talk about all this leveling up that Gibbs can do. Well, what leveling up can possibly Bijan do behind a good line with a good quarterback? Like, there's possibilities for him to make jumps too. So I think that this is a team that they were really just missing a quarterback last year. 7 wins was all they got last year, which is a lot considering 9 won the division. Mm-hmm. So you're talking a season again where 9 probably wins you the division again. Can they improve 2 wins with Kirk Cousins? Even if he's not healthy week 1, I'd say yes. So I don't like going the Falcons, but it seems too logical to pass up on.
This division's going to cannibalize itself, man, because the Saints and the Bucs ended with the same record last year.
Yeah.
I guess you can't really sleep on the Saints either.
Oh, yeah. Saints got a decent team, but I don't think they got much better.
Yeah, they were messy.
Yeah.
It made no
ugly
sense.
wins.
Yeah, they were supposed to win the division last year, and they just...
Yeah, they couldn't do it.
Yeah. But to the credit for the Falcons, they did grab another... I talked about people in the same room with Sean McVay. They grabbed their quarterback coach, Zach Robinson, it looks like, as their offensive coordinator. So that's a good guy. I think the Saints got a new offensive coordinator too.
They lost to
Saints got the 49ers quarterback coach.
Who's the linebacker that the Bucs lost? Was it David or was
Devin White?
Yeah, they lost Devin White. They lost
Carlton Davis.
So we'll see. We'll see.
They had a guy.
I just think they're an older team and they're kind of declining, while the Falcons are the younger team that's ascending.
Yeah,
fair point.
Caleb, break it down for us.
Yeah,
what you got?
I'm with Chris and Spenny here. I'm kind of on the Atlanta train. I look, it's easy to it was easy to make fun of Kirk Cousins because he was in our division, but he's a pretty good quarterback. And if he could bounce back from that ACL tear, I think the Falcons offense is going to be scary. I think Kirk Cousins unleashes Kyle Pitts. I think they move the ball better with Ridder, so that means more opportunities in the red zone for Bijan Robinson. To my fantasy owners, Bijan Robinson's going to be absolutely unbelievable.
Fantasy managers.
Governors.
More points. Bijan or your boy Brees?
Brees all day. Brees is on my dynasty team. I'm Brees all day. But yeah, and then I think Drake London's gonna have a good year. Like I said, Kyle Pitts. That offensive line's very, very good. Very good run blocking offensive line. Like Spenny said, the secondary good. And then second, I'm going Bucs. I don't think they really improved that much. You could even argue they got a little bit worse.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I can see the Falcons as a team that goes after Matthew Judon.
Yes, that's a good. Yeah, their defensive line's not good. I mean, do they still have Grady Jarrett?
Yeah, they do have Grady Jarrett. Yeah.
If you, I mean,
that'd help.
But he's aging, but he's still a decent NFL player. If you can get, or a good NFL player, if you could put those two together, that's going to be a good combo. And then I'm going to go the Saints 3. Like they said, they didn't get much better. Derek Carr, kind of a mess. Spencer Rattler apparently looks really good. And then Carolina, I'm going to put, I don't think Carolina's going to be as terrible as people think they'll be. I think Bryce Young will take a step forward, a pretty decent step forward. The addition of Deontay Johnson is really going to help him. And
Xavier Leggett.
Xavier Leggett.
Thielen.
Yes. Yep.
No offensive lineman.
So you got Panthers ahead of the Saints?
No.
No. He's the Saints.
Oh, okay. You would break. All right, my bad. I thought you said that. Yeah.
I'm not that crazy, Nick.
I'll take back the drop. My bad.
The Saints signed Clint Kubiak. If you guys remember Gary Kubiak, I believe he won the Super Bowl with the Broncos, didn't he? Or at least I know he was there at a certain point. And then he's been with San Fran. He had one offensive coordinator year with the Vikings, it looks like. And it looks like Kirk Cousins' best year, 33 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions, 4,200 plus. Saints might sneak up, but they were just so messy last year, man. I don't know. Did you see the stuff about the Eagles today?
Yeah.
Trouble in Paradise.
Trouble in Paradise already.
What happened?
Let me find it to read it to you.
Apparently it's just
Why don't we go to break and then we'll talk about it.
Sirianni's just not good.
Let's see.
Damn, Siri heard me. Not Siri, Sirianni.
All right, so this is a little blurb here.
$5?
Sirianni took heat, which only intensified when he said part of the thinking was that they were hoping to draw a pass interference call. A bizarre explanation that drew even more criticism, but it proved to be cover for his quarterback and receiver. Brown revealed that he and Hurts improvised and went on their own on that play. I'm assuming this is a play in the playoff game or something like that. But it says, while sources with knowledge of the situation said it did not happen all the time, it was a prime example of Hurts deviating from the script. What was taught was not necessarily what was relayed in the moment, a team source said. He added that he wanted to add to it, like it's not quite enough. Let me add this. Jalen, these are all quotes, by the way. Jalen doesn't give Nick enough credit, a source added. A lot of what we do well stems from Nick. One team source described it as Hurts trying to play hero ball. Another put it this way, he's trying to prove he's worth $250 million. You already have people in-house throwing other people under the bus. And Nick Sirianni seems like that kind of guy. He seems like a rat motherfucker, to be honest with you.
It's that Philadelphia toxicity.
How does Nick Sirianni not take a hold of that locker room and just be like, look, personnel-wise, we might be the best fucking team in the league. Can we just get it together and let's go? Like, how does that not happen? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Because he's not a good coach.
Yeah, it sounds like an admin's part, too. I mean, which he would be close with as a coach. They're trying to throw Hurts underneath the bus.
Also,
shortcoming.
I think that they were offensive line led and defensive line when it comes to Fletcher Cox, a guy like Kelsey, a guy like Lane Johnson. When you think about that Super Bowl run, now that all of them are kind of gone, who's the leader in that room? I think they still have Lane Johnson, but you know what I mean? Like it was a stacked roster that was like maybe, those veterans were leading that locker room, and a lot of them are gone now.
Yeah, I mean, who's Shane Steichen? I think he's one of the better young coaches. He almost made the playoffs with fucking Gardner Minshew last year in his first year.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Jonathan Gannon was fun to make fun of, but that was a scrappy ass Cardinals team last year.
It was.
I think they lost two great defensive coordinators, and Nick Sirianni is a CEO type
coach.
He's
not that good.
He doesn't have the personality of Dan Campbell.
Not that guy,
together. Matter of fact, tearing dudes apart.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that
guy.
Might
rescind my NFC East prediction.
Tell us about the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay. The Boys and Girls Club of Metro Detroit is the best. Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14, 6 exciting teams to play from in locations of Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. Register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are included. Also, with the chance to play the championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with BGCSM 3C Sports.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security is their technology. It's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
What I was online though.
What?
His shot. Too strong, yeah.
My shoulder hurts. Welcome back to the show.
It sounds like that Heart Part 6 sample.
The song?
Mm-hmm.
You the Brandon Ayuk video?
Yeah, I have all the videos.
Wait, can you play Brandon Ayuk one?
Okay. Let me find it.
A little update on
There
the
it
trade
is.
situation.
Why are you confident that you can work things out with Ayuk?
Ayuk's agent is a huge pain in my butt, man. We offered the guy $26 million a year. He had one good season and thinks he's Jerry Rice. Brandon cares more about money than competing for Super Bowls, so that puts us in a tough position.
John, will you shut the hell up? We're in a press conference here, and I thought we talked about this. I've got no good receivers left, and you're about to let my best deep threat go to the Cleveland Browns or something, and you must have got CTE while you were playing for my dad. Just get Brandon to sign the fucking contract.
Christ, Kyle, I'm not going to pay Brandon $30 million. I'll trade him and get someone cheaper, plus I can probably get us a bunch of draft picks.
What am I supposed to do with draft picks, John? Man, there's no way I can defeat that cheeseburger-eating bastard, Andy Reid, when my cheapskate boss can't get deals done. This job is aging me worse than a baboon's ass in a hurricane of monkey dick.
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Trouble in paradise, I guess.
We also got a clip from Josh Allen. They asked about if he's going to miss Stephon Diggs or not.
I haven't seen this.
I haven't actually seen this either.
Did you see the one of Christian McCaffrey saying Brandon Ayuk's his former teammate?
Yeah. Which, I mean, he's probably going to get traded.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, I guess, the money he wants. We had this conversation, too, like, where do you rank Ayuk in the top 10? Sounds like nobody wants to pay him. It sounds like he's like the Patriots backed out of it.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be the Steelers.
I hope it's the Steelers just because that one guy called it. And all the guys are trying to share him, all the national reporters. I'm rooting for the underdog. Play Josh Allen on Stephon Diggs, though. I didn't get to hear this one.
Steph's a great player, and what he brought to this team was special. So miss is I don't know if I'd say miss. He was a guy that was reliable. You can look to. He's going to have the juice each and every day. I'm sure he's bringing it over there in Houston. So definitely, you can't say that you don't miss that. But I am very happy with what we got going on here and how hard the guys have been working. And, yeah.
I should have known when I grabbed that from Dove.
Yeah, Dove Kleiman is the fucking worst.
Because he quoted it like, I wouldn't say miss, like he would say that, but he's just being a responsible leader to the rest of the guys
He's
in
being
the
a
locker
good
room
leader,
now.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck Dove Kleiman.
Yeah, Dove
Fuck
Kleiman,
ML football. Those counts are terrible.
Well.
And fuck Chris. Well, that'll do it for us today.
Got 2 more minutes, Chris.
Appreciate y'all.
Ayuk to the Raiders. Speculation.
Oh, yeah, you saw that?
The agent was at camp.
His agent was at camp.
I did see
but he
that.
Probably
but
also represents multiple.
Yeah,
people.
he has players on that are on the Raiders.
Well,
I did see it floated out by a guy we had on the show here. My man from the Athletics said Devontae Adams for Ayuk.
Hell no.
Devontae Adams to the 49ers. Please, God, no.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'd be so pissed.
I'd burn something.
How pissed would you be, though?
We'd have to trade for Surtain. Like ASAP.
We would.
Like we're going to war.
I would probably burn something. But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Smash the like button for Eazy, for Nick, for Caleb.
Close it with
Chris.
Flannel Sam's video.
Shout out. No. Do not.
Do it.
Shout out Flannel. Love you.
Do it. Love you, Flannel.
Mic drop, I win, you lose.
this for you guys right here. Sometimes you just need to learn to let go. Let go.
Let go.
Let go.
Yeah, you let go. Why are you still holding it?
Come on. Let go.
Oh! Did he crack his shit?
Look at Flannel, dog.
Oh.
Flannel, you okay?
Flannel.
Oh my God. Okay, he didn't hit it all the way, but damn, that's scary,
Flannel.
man. He could have put his eye out. Flannel, it's okay to come out and say, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.